What's up, people? What's going on? Good morning. How y'all doing? Round the professional. Nah, just put this here. Turn this on. Drive this down. Why does my thing do this? Okay. There we go. All right. Wait for the room to fill up a bit, and I'll start talking. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Let's go here. Turn that down again. EQ settings are up. Make sure I can see the chat. And I do believe I can see the chat. Yes, I can. All right. How y'all doing, man? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Let me just get this stupid thing. That's some stupid shit right here. That's funny. All right. What's up, Roman? What's going on? What's up in here? See, one comment so far. Actually, there's no games up. Game of life is going on. Spartan. not, nigga. Hey, what's up, fool? All right, man. So, I'm gonna have to do this. Craig live too? Nah, great. Oh boy. The Messiah is live too. Ain't that some? Shout out to the Messiah. What's up, Dweeb? Okay. So I'm gonna talk about a few things real quick. The reason why I'm gonna talk about a few things, I will not have time to drop a video whatsoever today. So I want to go ahead and do a quick little recap on some stuff that's happening or has happened. So literally same as that time. Spooky as hell. YouTube's ridiculous. I haven't even gotten a notification. You know what I'm saying? I got the bell icon for his channel. Stupid. Oh well. Shout out to him though. But anyway, looking at everything that's going on, right? Happened as of late. Let's do a little quick recap. I'm pretty sure he's talking about Venom. I didn't see Venom, so I moved out to the side. Let's talk about a few things. So I'm gonna knock one particular thing out the way. Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4, people. Spider-Man. Turns out it is the second highest selling game of the year. Now, this is no surprise at all. And you know what it does? It paints a very vivid picture at the end of the day because exclusives do matter at the end of the day, people. It shows that in flying colors. You know what I'm saying? And nobody can deny that now. Nobody. There's no excuse whatsoever. But you already know the same song and dance. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who plays Spider-Man, y'all know what the game's about. Y'all enjoyed it. Y'all know what the game is all about. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not about to recap that. The game was dope. We still got the DLC that's going to drop in a few days. So that's going to be a good thing for all of us. What's going on? What's the first? But yeah, that's no big deal. You know what I'm saying? Again, Spider-Man is dope. It did X amount of things in record time, so 3 point something million in just 3 days. So the game really is broken records. Now, looking at what else has happened. One particular big story that just came out, and it happened yesterday. I did not see this at all. So for those of you that were hitting me up about this, my bad. I didn't see it. But it turns out Rocksteady's supposed game was leaked already, and we know what it is finally. Rocksteady's new game turns out to be a Harry Potter game. Now, to be fair, in the article, they said that the game is not necessarily theirs. They're actually crediting a different developer, but something tells them they're just helping this developer make it. And this Harry Potter game is literally an RPG game. Now, again, there's a reason why I did the stream instead of me doing a video. The reason why I'm doing the stream instead of a video is because they literally are taking down videos about this. But here's a little close. Here's a few. Well, here's one particular screenshot of how it looks. You know, you got your traditional spells and everything of that nature. The game looks, looks good. I ain't gonna lie, it looks dope. It's got a lot of cool elements going for it. The game supposedly is called The Magic Awakened. That's the name of it. So that's gonna be the tagline. The tagline is gonna be magic forever for this game. Again, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be something cool. What's up, Ben? Now there's a lot of potential in this Harry Potter game. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of potential in this. Some people might look at this and go, "Oh, that's a big loss." I already see Halo Storm saying, play sad music. You're missing a very big point, fam. Harry Potter is huge. That's a big name. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us, even though we've pretty much have grown and we grew up with the characters, right? And Harry Potter is done, and we're pretty much, we're not getting any more sequels. Harry Potter, in terms of a game, especially if it's done right, could be a legit fucking seller. That could be something legit, like at the end of the day, especially when you count the fact of a few things. Number one, you're not playing as Harry Potter. You're not playing as Hermione or Ron, right? You're playing as a completely different character that you create. This character is your character and is basically representing you as you go through Hogwarts. You know what I'm saying? As you go through Hogwarts, now it would be cool, but this hasn't been confirmed yet, so I can't really say this is it or not. But according, from what I'm seeing, this would be cool if they could do this, where you can choose which particular house you want to be part of, such as Slytherin, such as Gryffindor, all the others. If you can choose between your house and actually become a big vital member of your group and actually make your own history, that can be something pretty dope, especially if they want to expand upon this. They can have the Goblet of Fire and X amount of things. There's a lot of cool stuff they can do with a Harry Potter game that's an RPG. It's a lot of cool stuff they can do. And I'm definitely looking forward to what they could possibly throw in the mix. But again, it's all at the end of the day, it's all up in the air. You know what I'm saying? It could fall flat on its face. It could be dope or it can be a flop. I can't necessarily say it's going to be a huge system seller. I can't say it yet. I got to see it, but one thing's for certain. I do believe, I have faith that it'll be better than those like quick little movie cash grabs they do with the movies. They always do. They always do those little cash grabs. What's up, Adam? Everybody saying what's up? What's going on? Oh God, he said, "I want to hear a joke." Crackdown release and finish. Yeah, Crackdown. I don't think that's releasing. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't want to jinx it because now people are with that game. Even though the chat was unanimous yesterday, you guys told me that none of you cared about it, so I can't say that for everybody. But again, going back to this Harry Potter thing, what if you go against the Basilisk, guys? What if you can go against the Basilisk or Aragon, the King of Spiders? You know what I'm saying? Or you can run into like the little unit, the centaur people. Or you can go like outside of Hogwarts and you can explore the depths of Hogwarts and go and meet up with those mermaid people. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of cool stuff you can do with this game if it's done right. What's up, Savage? You know what I'm saying? Are you excited for the Venom movie? I am, but after seeing the reviews and hearing what a lot of people have to say, I'm going into that movie with very, very low expectations. Everybody says the same thing so far, or they are saying the same thing. They're saying that Tom Hardy kills the role as Venom. So that's going to be a cool thing to look forward to. But again, we got to see what the whole plot is and how it works. You know what I'm saying? If it's done right, then I'll definitely enjoy it. If it's not done right, self-explanatory, you know what I'm saying, I'll go into it in a different way. So that's what that's about for Venom. Definitely looking forward to it though. You know what I'm saying? Looks like it's gonna be all right. Back to what I'm saying though. Again, Hogwarts can be legit. If it's done right, it can be dope. You know what I'm saying? You can find the Chamber of Secrets, all that shit. That can be lit. I'm telling you, that can be lit. I can see somebody legit jumping out their seat over some shit like that, especially kids who watch the movies. And those of you who watch the original, cast, you know what I'm saying? That would be some cool shit for y'all if y'all would be interested in that. So, again, that could be a hit or a miss, but that's a big title that they're supposedly working on for the from Rocksteady. Now, moving on. Now, this right here is going to either upset people or get people thinking a little logical when it comes to these next gen consoles. Let me close that. Excuse me. Okay. So, according to this is what a developer had to say. The PS5 and next gen Xbox increased processing power won't make our lives any easier, according to this dev. If you scroll down, he said, okay, it got rid of my thing. So I gotta find that for you. 1 second. Sit here. That's right. Okay. All right, there we go. So he says, I honestly have no expectations beyond the obvious. More processing power, more and faster RAM. The problem is the business is already tough. Players will always want more year after year. Adding more processing power helps to unite a developer's hands, or I'm sorry, untie a developer's hands a little bit, if that makes sense. But the downside of that is doing so requires any big or any an even bigger budget. So basically, more processing power, that's what he's saying, is not going to be the key to this. It's not going to help or fix the problems. It's going to come down to budgets, X amount of things. Kind of goes back to what a lot of us have said before. You know what I'm saying? One thing a developer always likes to throw at gamers at the end of the day, they'll say, oh, we don't like the problem with this and that is not necessarily the studio. It's the fact that these consoles are underpowered or some shit like that. When the reality is, it could be something as simple as a budget. Next gen consoles, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? First party games are still going to outshine pretty much the third party. You know what I'm saying? Third party games are going to be here. Um, Hopefully, Microsoft steps it up. I really do want Microsoft to step it up with these 5 new studios, because it needs to be a shakeup, a serious shakeup in the gaming market when it comes to like legit heavy hitters in terms of bringing games out there. Some people might say, well, I care mostly about the third party, but really it should be a mix of both. You really should be like, okay, I got my third party games, but these are the first party games I'm looking forward to too. Should be a mix of both. It shouldn't necessarily you taking one side and going, well, I just buy them for third party. You know what I'm saying? Kind of defeats the purpose of your typical stuff when it comes to these consoles. Kind of defeats the purpose. Sorry, I looked at my phone. What's up, Blackbeard? Yeah, I know I'm early. I know. Hit that like button. I appreciate y'all. I know. But again, next gen consoles, y'all know how I am. Y'all know how I am. Some people, what's funny about this too? Somebody actually called me out like 2 days ago about this whole next gen console shit. It was like, Ryan, since you've been on PC, you've pretty much like abandoned everybody on console. Like, I haven't abandoned nobody. I've just been real in terms of like what to expect from them. I don't overhype consoles like I used to, Yeah, like if y'all looked at me last year I'd probably be jumping out my seat talking about consoles like left and right, right? I would always be in the mix. Yeah, I always would see me in the middle of the argument or making videos just in droves. Like, yeah, this is what I expect from a PS5. This is what I expect from a new Xbox. Nowadays, I just said, I don't really be caring as much as I would like, So, it's just how it is. Um, Man, and let me move this over here. I forgot to put that over there for Twitter. But yeah, I don't be as hyped like I used to be when it comes to these consoles. What's up, Jack Neff? Hey, hi, Ice Queen. What's going on? I want Nintendo to step it up and give Sony competition. Unfortunately, Nintendo is stuck in the past. Nintendo takes little baby steps when it comes to the future. They focus on stuff they know sells, and they don't necessarily improve based on the broader spectrum. And some people think that's bad, or I'm sorry, some people think that's a good thing that they don't do that. It's okay to be different. You know what I'm saying? With Nintendo, it's okay to be different, but you don't want to be different to the point where you're so far behind the competition in terms of basic stuff that, gamers come to suspect from consoles. You don't want that. What's going on, Shivers or version? Yeah, version Shivers going on. But you don't want that for a console. I know somebody's gonna say, "Oh, right, it's portable." I know the excuse. I know it's portable. I know you take it on the go. I understand. Trust me, I understand. I've heard the excuse numerous damn times. Still, it's a tablet. You know what I'm saying? What else here? Since we talking about anything, hold up. Let me throw this out here because I actually put this out on Twitter, and I'm actually excited for this. I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited. That's right. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the new picture for Hellboy. Hellboy is about to get his trailer. I'm looking forward to this trailer because he looks lit in this picture. You can't tell me you're not excited for this damn movie after looking at this. That legit looks sick. That's how the character should look. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully they don't start recasting characters that we've seen before. Um, hopefully they don't do no shit like that. Where it's like, oh, we gotta see Prince Nuala, or I'm sorry, yeah, is it Prince Nuada? Yeah, Prince Nuada. I'm sorry, Prince Nuada, not Nuala, but Nuada. Recast. I don't want to see that shit again. So that's pretty cool. But a lot of cool stuff happening out here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cool stuff. As far as like gaming news, again, a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what to expect, man. I really don't know what to expect going into these consoles, man. I think that's a good thing, but at the same time, I'm stopping myself. I think we all should stop ourselves, take a breather, enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy this generation. Enjoy it for what it's worth. A lot of you might look at it and go, "Oh, I'm not feeling it." Hey. Don't just look at it for what it is, man. Enjoy this generation. Enjoy it for what it is. Yeah, he does. Yeah, looks dope, man. It looks dope. Now, what I don't want to see with this remake of Hellboy, I don't basically want to see them recreate every single thing. For example, I don't want to see Samael from the first one. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Prince and Princess Nuala and Nuada. I don't want to see that. I definitely don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to see that shit. I want to see if you're gonna do it with different characters, do everything. I don't want to see the Golden Army redone. Those are classics. Let those be in the past. Do something better. If you want to throw ties to old characters like the Tooth Fairies, hey, do it. But again, just what I'm saying? Just keep it new. Keep us guessing. What's up, Con? What's going on? But just keep it guess. Keep us all guessing. That's how we all walk away with smiles on our face. You know what I'm saying? We go in there with good things. What's the rating for what? For Venom or what? Because Venom, you don't want to see the rating for Venom. Venom's getting some bad ratings, guys. Rotten Tomatoes, last time I checked, gave it like a 20%. So if you guys are going based off of ratings from reviewers, well, you might not go see Venom based off of those reviews because it actually got a pretty bad review from Rotten Tomatoes. Oh, Hellboy. Hellboy. Good question. Is it rated R? I'm not sure. I did not look that up. I did not look that up. All I know is they just put out the poster for it, and the poster just went viral. Everybody was losing their shit over it. Hopefully it's at least rated R. I think that it deserves an R rating. I don't think the last one was rated R. I think it was rated kind of PG-ish, but they didn't really go all the way out with the last Hellboy franchise. You know what I'm saying? They didn't go all the way out with that, but who knows? If they can do a R rating for a Hellboy, that would be dope. And for those of you that don't understand why a lot of us like to see R rating for a lot of these superheroes, look at Wolverine with with Logan. You know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong with that, man. You can't go wrong with Logan and rated R. Logan would not be good without a rated R rating. You know what I'm saying? That's how it should be. So I think it would be dope if they had a rated R rating. PG-13, again, I mean, if they want to go PG-13, sure. But I would prefer a rated R rating. That way we can get more out of the character and X amount of things. One character I do want to see make a return, like hopefully super fast, is Kraus from Hellboy 2, the Golden Army. That was a pretty dope character. If y'all remember Kraus, he was the guy who was a ghost inside the suit. Remember the guy who he had like the ectoplasmic guy? It was a ghost. He can do all that shit, possess people, and go back in the suit. If they can put him back in here immediately, then it technically will be Hellboy 3 or Hellboy 2.5. You know what I'm saying? To get us into the new ones. Because believe it or not, Hellboy 3 was going to be the last one with Ron, the original guy who played Hellboy, and everybody else. That was going to be the last one. Unfortunately, we did not get that because of booking conflicts. And Ron didn't get a chance to play the character again. So we didn't get that. But if we can get, a better, character set, I mean, again, I'd be fine with that. I don't want to see everybody get redone again. I just don't want to see that. I really don't. So that would be I'll be fine with that if we don't get that. Who else was going to be here? 1 second. Oh, and they confirmed, and yes, this was a big spoiler, and somebody pissed me off on Twitter about this, but they actually confirmed this, and it was actually all up, and even IGN said it too, which pissed me off. It's like, oh, no Spider-Man and Venom. It's like, thanks, assholes. Thanks. It went everywhere. that really pissed me off. What's up, Smokes? But that pissed everybody off for Venom. Like, come on, man, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't spoil like that and shit. Like, come on, just review the damn movie and so we can go on with our lives. Honestly, though, I don't take IGN reviews serious no more. I'm not taking their reviews. I can't take their reviews serious. What else I got going on here? I guess I'll talk about Forza. I'll talk about Forza 4 here. My little impressions of Forza. Now, y'all already know me. I'm not really a racing sim person, but I gotta give credit where credit's due. Forza is actually not bad, guys. It's not bad. You got an Xbox One or if you got a PC, definitely give it a try. You might actually like it. It's actually not bad. It's not a bad game. I'm actually enjoying this pretty good. I'm playing at ultra settings, obviously 144 frames. You know what I'm saying? But I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely enjoying the game. It's good. It's good to have something like that for the Xbox. Finally, they got something to look forward to. But again, it's sad for me to say this though, because the game is still technically the same game. You know what I'm saying? In a weird way, it's the same game that we gotten previously. Like, for example, we got Gears, we got Halo, and we got Forza, right? It's pretty much the same three yearly. And that's basically what we got with this. So I'm looking at it like it's fun, and I can see where the fuss is about. It's fun. It definitely be fun. But again, it's like I've seen it already. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it so many times where it's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm happy about that too, Smokes. I'm happy about that. The store kind of pissed me off though, because I have Game Pass and the store was acting funny. I was sitting there trying to launch the game, and tell me why when I launched the game on PC, it would come up like I just opened up a picture. And I'm thinking, like, wait, am I looking at a fucking picture? Did I just download a fucking picture? And then like I had to wait a few minutes for the shit to launch. It was like, what the fuck? So that was pissing me off a little bit in terms of starting it, but that's what they did for Forza. So far it's actually not bad. So far it's not bad. What else I got going on here, man? What else I got going on? Let's talk about this Crackdown 3 thing. Let's go a little extended talk about it. So, for those of you that did not know, if you did not hear, Phil Spencer has come out and he has said that Crackdown 3 is not even close to launch. It still needs time. Now, again, you guys remember he gave you guys a launch window, so to speak, where he said February 2019. And even with the launch window of 2019, there is no information coming out of this game whatsoever. Phil Spencer did, however, come out and say that, the game, the destructibility in the game is looking good. But again, that's not doing much for me or anybody else when you're just talking about the same stuff that we heard prior. What's up, Stardust? What's going on, fam? So, that's the same thing we heard prior. Phone keeps going off. Oh, that was from Forte. But yeah, that's just the typical stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's the tip of the iceberg type of thing. It's like, I hear you, I understand, but I want more information about the game. I want more. I want a better sense of the game. I want to see if the game's actually worth my money, right? Phil's not doing anything of that nature for the game, nor is the developing team behind it. They're just all closed lip about it. It's like, how many times have you guys had to delay this game? Because they delayed it like 3 times, right? It's been delayed like 3 times. So I mean, after all the delays, and that's why I asked that question in my video. I was like, do you guys even care? And I even put it in the title. I was like, do you guys even care about this? You had people like really making a big deal about it. I'm like, do people even care about this game anymore? It's like, dog, I mean, you got not Ghost of Tsushima, but you got Days Gone dropping in February. That's actually got a confirmed date. That comes out on February 22nd. Whereas Crackdown 3, they just gave you a placeholder sort of date where they just said February 2019. You see what I'm saying? Not actual confirmation. And what I mean by confirmation of release date, when you tell somebody that you're going to release a product, right? Like, for example, let's say we were all waiting for the next Pepsi product. Let's say we were waiting for a Cherry Coke. Let's say Cherry Coke never existed. Don't you guys expect an actual day of the month so that you can actually go to the store and get it? I'm talking as if we're all Pepsi fucking lovers type of shit. I'm just saying. But don't you expect an actual day of the month for when that shit's available at the store for you to go purchase that item so you can try it out, see if it's good? For example, what does that do for you when somebody says, "Oh, it will launch in February 2019, guys," and you're like, "Okay, sure." You're like, you know, there's no actual day. I need a day, man. Like, give me February what? February 5th? Okay, day one, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? February 5th at 5 o'clock, the sodas will be in the stores. There you go. That's what they need. They're not giving you an actual date for Crackdown 3. And it kind of makes you wonder if they delay it again, will they even like are they even trying to keep this game? They're probably trying to keep this as a new Xbox type of launch, like for the new Xbox. They're probably trying to do that. I'm telling you. Because don't put it past Microsoft. They'll do that if they need to. They will most certainly hold on to a game if they need to, just to launch on a new console. They already did it this generation with Rise. Rise Son of Rome was actually a Kinect game for the 360. They pushed that to the Xbox One. So best believe if they need to, they will push Crackdown 3 to the new Xbox. That's if anybody will care about it, of course. They will most certainly do it. What's up, Malik? What's going on, bro? What's going on? Let's see. Local games website. Okay, so he says Crackdown 3 has an official release date on February 22nd on my EB Games website. See the thing. See, here's the thing. I don't even like is EB Games even I didn't even know they were still open. You know what I'm saying? People still go to EB Games. I didn't know they were still open. Okay, so if that's true, hey, that's a legit date, but I don't know. I've not seen it anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere I go, it says February 2019. So hopefully that's legit. They're legit trying to wait. That's kind of stupid though, if you think about it. So they are legit trying to go head to head with Days Gone. That means they have no faith in the game if they're trying to go head to head with Days Gone. That game will get slaughtered. There's no way that game's gonna make an impact against what's the name? It's not gonna make an impact against Days Gone. That's got a lot more appeal to it. I don't understand why they would do something like that. But hey, if they do it, they do it. I mean, hey, that's a release date. But you guys get the point. That's an actual release date if that's true. Again, so so many things they can definitely be doing with this. Hang on a second. A new browser. I had to update my damn browser, and it's like, oh, how would you recommend this browser? Not right now. Okay, let's move this on. All right. Let's talk about one more particular thing. Okay, in Australia and Canada, EB Games is still very much relevant. Okay. See, in the US over here, EB Games is like an eclipse. It comes by every so often, you know what I'm saying? And when it does, it's special because it's like, oh my God, I never seen one of those in a while type of shit before. You know what I'm saying? Like EB Games is a rare find out here. I don't see EB Games out here. So that's why I said what I said. So about this PS5 in terms of 2019 release date. So you already know I made a video about this. Yes, I'm recapping a few things, because I gotta clear a few things up for some people, surprisingly. There's no PSX this year. No PSX is happening this year. You already know this. Sony announced it. No PSX. Now, why are they not doing a PSX this year? First of all, I think the main reason they're not doing a PSX is because of the reaction that they got from the last one. I know. Now, they did warn a lot of us that they weren't really going to show much at PSX. However, they still kind of hyped it up as if it was going to be something like special. You know, a lot of people thought Sony was trolling them, but they were actually telling you the truth. They legit told you, like, don't expect much at PSX. And the people who enjoyed PSX were people who were actually there. You know what I'm saying? So those people enjoyed, you know what I'm saying, the whole situation. Others walked away from it, was like, this was trash, especially those who saw it live. Nobody really wanted to watch an event where they're sitting on a couch and Mark Cerny's, you know, writing down what they're saying. Nobody want to see that. A shout out to Tito Warren Sr. for the super chat. Appreciate you, fam. Thank you. But again, people didn't want to see that sort of thing. I look at it as if it's like, you know, it's less drama or it's less pressure on them in a way because they can deliver, later on, and hopefully their shit can go as planned. You guys remember the last PSX was received so bad that they actually had to push some games a little further up than expected. Like for example, we weren't supposed to get if I'm not mistaken, we weren't supposed to get The Last of Us at Paris Games Week. That was actually going to be meant for E3 or something like that. We weren't supposed to get that at Paris Games Week, but they pushed that to Paris Games Week, and they pushed Ghost of Tsushima's actual reveal at Paris Games Week. We didn't get the actual gameplay for Ghost of Tsushima until E3, but they did that sort of thing. So you know, that's what they wanted to do. That's what they wanted to do. It's cool and all, you know what I'm saying? I support the decision. I do support the decision, especially when you have a lot of more shows out there, such as Gamescom, Paris Games Week. You have Gamescom, and of course, you have E3. They got plenty of shows to show you guys something. So, one particular show, them saying no to, hey, it ain't no big deal to me. You know what I'm saying? But the rumors of PS5 and the new Xbox in 2019, I don't know. It's hard for me to say it's going to be real. I still have not made my mind up in terms of how would that actually work. You know what I'm saying? Sony is close to 100 million PS4 sold. If they were to launch it in 2019, that would pretty much derail those sales. If not, people probably would still buy the PS4. You know what I'm saying? Because Sony still supports their hardware. They're very good at supporting that hardware as they go forward, right? They've shown that with the PS2 and the PS1 and X amount of things. But even hell, they even supported the Vita long after the Vita was long done. You know what I'm saying? The Vita wasn't doing anything. It was getting stomped by the Nintendo's I think was it the 3DS? It was getting stomped by that. Even with that out in the market, like they still supported it. So, it's hard for me to say if it would launch in 2019. It really is. If they were to launch it in 2019, they would have 3 major bangers to launch on the PS5. And that would be a cool little strategy. But at the same time, it's kind of like, you might trigger some people with those 3 games being on PS5 and, being as like a big showcase for PS5. And those 3 games, obviously, you guys already know what I'm talking about. It's The Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, and of course, Death Stranding. Death Stranding is another game that people are talking about as if that game will not launch for the PlayStation 4, but actually for the PlayStation 5. So, that's another game that's up in the world here. You pre-ordered the PlayStation Classic. Hey, you might want to hide yourself from Twitter because you're going to get ridiculed on Twitter. I'm telling you right now. Do not show it on Twitter. Do not. Speaking of Twitter, y'all some funny dudes on Twitter. I'm telling y'all, man. That shit is hilarious. Hold on, let me just go here. I show you what I'm talking about. If I can find it, JWax posted this. This is some funny shit. Hold on. Can I find it for the people? Hold on. All right, let's go to his channel. Cause these y'all be killing me with these tweets. Y'all really do be killing me. Yep, I found it. All right. This is what I'm talking about in terms of customer satisfaction and out here. All right. So let's open this up. And I'll let you guys digest what this is because this is what customer satisfaction is looking like on the Xbox side. I'm going to let you guys take that in. That's the customer satisfaction as of right now. Here, I'll make it bigger if I can. There you go. That's customer satisfaction right now. That's customer satisfaction, people. Again, what can you do? what can you do? What can you do? Is there a new Uncharted game coming? It may be. It's possible. It's possible you get another Uncharted game. It just won't be made by Naughty Dog. It'll be a spinoff. It'll be made by a different team from Sony, to continue it. And obviously it will not have Nathan Drake. It will have Troy Baker. It will have Claudia Black and what's that chick's name? Laura Bailey, who plays what's her name? I forgot. I don't forgot their names. But y'all know what I'm talking about. The female version, they'll have that shit. So if they do come out with another Uncharted, that's what you'll get. You'll get a spinoff type of thing. Okay. Um, far as like handhelds, again, you're not gonna get no handhelds. They already confirmed they're not competing with Nintendo. So Nintendo is officially, even though we already knew this. Thank you, Nadine Ross. Thank you. I forgot. I know it's been a minute. But Chloe, Nadine, and Sam, right? All three of them. You'll have a game with those three. There you go. There's the characters. But Sony has confirmed that they will not be competing with Nintendo in the handheld market. You know, they're giving that up to Nintendo. Nintendo, even though they are already known as the kings of handhelds, they, you know what I'm saying, they own that market. What's up, Forte? What's going on, family? How you doing? But that's what they're going to go by. You know what I'm saying? They don't need anything else in this shit. And tell you the truth, I don't think anybody will need, like, do we really need another Vita? Like, do you guys even care about a PlayStation, like, portable type of device anymore? Do you guys care about it? It's like that ship has sailed. We had that ship with the regular PSP, right? And the PSP Go, and then we had the sliding one. Like that trend is kind of gone when it comes to PlayStation. Like they're no longer relevant, it turns out to be. What's up? Appreciate you, Overdone Super Chat. The only place Xbox is going is to the warehouse. I wouldn't say the warehouse. I'll say back to fucking to the box, literally, because that's where my shit would be at. It would be in the box. Some asshole tried to sell that shit for $500. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you kidding? He's like, no, I'm giving away the Xbox. He said I was giving away the Xbox One X. Plus, he was giving away a headset, and he was giving away, like, I think was, what game was it? It was one of these games that he was giving away. And he wanted $500 for it. And dude looked down like, I ain't buying that shit. And they're like, hey, ain't nobody buying that. That shit is long gone. Yeah, it is. So some people like that, some people not. Shit. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Forte I don't know if Forte home. I'll send him an invite if you guys want to hear his input on some of this shit I just went over. But I'll definitely send him an invite if you want to send. But as far as shit is going, man, I mean, gaming wise, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of cool stuff out here, but there's a lot of people out here that kind of don't want to simmer their expectation for certain things. You know what I'm saying? So that's like I say. When do you feel the PlayStation 4? Wait a minute. Are you at the crib? Oh, I got you. Hold on. I'm gonna send you an invite. Hold on. We got you. Hold on. It's beauty of Twitter, ladies and gentlemen. I go down my list here. And send. There you go. Bring that down. All right. When do you feel the PlayStation 5 will be announced? Do you feel it will be similar to the PlayStation 4 announcement? In terms of how they announced it, yes, I do believe it'll be similar. You'll get like a February type of conference, right? They'll pull you in there. They'll talk about innovation and they'll show off like, you know, the specifications. I do believe they'll copy the same formula. It makes sense for them to copy the same formula and build off a hype for one particular thing. For example, for the PlayStation 4, the first thing we saw for the PlayStation 4 was the controller and the specifications. After that, we all speculated what the console will look like. And there was a lot of crazy designs that was leaking. You know what I'm saying? People was like, oh, this is what it looks like. No, this is what it looks like. And they were building intrigue and kept getting people hyped. And then when we finally got to E3, ironically, when we got to E3, the true design was leaked. I think it was leaked a day before the actual show. And everybody was like, yo, that looks like a fucking erasure. That can't be it. And then we actually saw it. It was, oh, that's the PS4. So it might be something very similar to that. You'll have that same type of hype they'll do to build it up. And makes more sense for them to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because Microsoft, when they showed off theirs, they showed off the console, they showed off the Kinect and the controller, and didn't really have any more surprises for you aside from just, you know, people looking for games. So it will make sense. Really, I kind of wish Microsoft do the same thing too. Just build intrigue, show off small stuff and have people jump on and be excited for it and have people, ride the wave, what I'm saying? Ride the trend into what else you're going to show. That's what it makes more sense to me. So that's what I would like to see from both in terms of games and whatnot. Let's see what else here we got going on.
What up, though, fam?
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Nothing, man. Was off today and tomorrow.
How you enjoy that Forza?
Ah, man. That shit's fire, bro.
Yeah, I'm playing on PC, 144.
I am too.
I can't. I saw the fucking V sync. I was like, oh hell no, fuck that shit. Fuck that noise. So
4K 30 is good, but
yeah,
I'll take 1440p ultra wide at 140 frames per second.
Why don't you tell the people your rating of it? Because I gave my I said the game was dope. So why don't you tell the people what you thought about it?
Man. So overall, I think the game is amazing. I think Playground has definitely put themselves in a situation where they are probably Microsoft's best developer because they're the only team that actually, I mean, granted, the Coalition hasn't had a chance to come out with their second game yet.
Right.
But we already know that 343 has a lot of work to do on Halo. And Turn 10, they pretty much stay the same, even though they do help on the Horizon series a lot. But this team is very talented, and I didn't expect them to be able to one up what they did with Horizon 3. Now, this game does have a lot of the same tropes as Horizon 3. It just...
Well, yeah, it's a racing game. You're going to run into the same shit.
They just improved a lot. Yeah. I think the next thing that's going to happen is what do they do
with the next
RPG round? Hopefully they take the year off because there's things in this game that I already see that after a while I'll get super fucking annoyed with and bored with, just because it is a racing game and it is the formula really didn't change from Horizon 3. They just amplified it to the 8th degree.
Right.
But the thing about this game I like the most is the fact that it's a pick up and go game. You can pretty much do anything you want to do at any time, and you always feel like you're progressing through it, and you're not forced to play and do anything. So it's like the perfect Game Pass game if you did get it that way.
Right.
And overall, it deserves every bit of the 9.2 it's got. I mean, I probably will sit around the same thing, and I will more than likely just sit right at that 9.2 just for the fact that it does do everything better than Horizon 3. And I didn't think that they would at least... I knew they would probably equal it. I didn't think they were surpass it.
Right. Okay. What's up, OBJ? Yeah, I see. You see, my thing with the game is this, though. There's only one gripe. I don't know if you noticed it when you played it. The lip syncing is really, really bad.
Oh, yeah, I had to pay attention to that.
Yeah, the lip syncing is bad when they pull you into these little pre-rendered cutscenes kind of thing.
Yeah, I haven't paid attention to it.
Really bad. Yeah, it's really, really bad. And I didn't get a chance to try the Paul Walker car. I think you get that as if you pre-ordered it.
You do.
Yeah, so I didn't get that. So for those of you who got it on Game Pass, the Paul Walker, what was the Nissan Skyline GTR is not
the green one.
No, that's the Eclipse. That's the
You talk about the
blue one. The blue one's the Nissan Skyline.
The blue
the green one's the Eclipse. Yeah, those cars are not accessible to you if you get it through Game Pass. You legit gonna have to pre-order that to get those. So that's the only bummer that I personally ran into with the game, aside from the lip sync. And other than that, game is dope though. I do like it. I do like what you can do. You have a lot of freedom so far, what you can do with the game. The races and everything that nature do have a lot of meaning. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel like you're just doing this shit for the sake of doing it. Nah, they all have like legit meaning. So that's cool. You know, I can respect that about the game. And even the story somewhat, it kind of reminds you of MotorStorm, don't it? Like the way they start.
Yeah, it does. It does.
So that's cool. I do like that. What you guys say about the PS5 and new Xbox? Developers saying that the new the processors, the new and powerful processors won't do much for us because at the end of the day, it all comes down to the budget, and budgets are going to be higher and shit like that. That's what you said. Plus, gamers want more.
Right, right.
What you
Well,
think about that?
what I'm looking for, that's a bum because the one thing I was looking forward to in the next generation was better processing power
Yeah,
because
you're gonna get that. They're saying that, but he's saying it won't change much in terms of like it's gonna be good to help untie their hands, but it's not gonna do crazy much. I guess what he's saying. It's not gonna make a huge difference.
well, I'm just hoping that he's like trying to under deliver, like under promises, but they over deliver because
Yeah.
me personally, after after having a PC that had a not an underperforming, but a my CPU was my bottleneck for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
running at 4970K,
Oh
and
shit.
upgraded to this 8700K this year. I
Yeah.
see how much of a bottleneck a CPU can have on your system, and
Yeah.
and granted that's a four generation leap,
Yeah.
so that's substantial. But I'm also looking at the way that these Jaguar chips in these systems are now, and even if it's not that big of a difference, but to them, what is considered a big difference? I'm looking at it like, does that mean we can get better, like more AI on the screen? To a
Right.
developer, they may say, "Oh, well, that's not really anything. That's just something that you see on the screen that we can just put more of." But in a game like, say, Spider-Man, where
Mm-hmm.
they have the traffic flow and the people in the walking around the city,
Right.
those people can be rendered a lot better. They can look a lot better. They can do
Yeah,
more
they'll pop
things.
in faster. Right.
Right, they can interact with the game a lot better. Little things like that does matter. And the one thing I will say is CPU can really just go into the attention to detail.
Yeah.
And that's what I want out of a more powerful CPU because
Yeah.
GPU is what drives the graphics of your game. The
Mhm.
CPU is what basically brings everything to life.
Yeah, that carries the message, the information. Exactly.
Exactly. So
Um, it's basically the brain. Might as well call it the brain.
yeah,
It's the brain.
I just hope that they're just trying to not sell wolf tickets or anything, but just try to say like, hey, temper your expectations, but in the end, they're going to over deliver on it. And
I hope so.
um,
I
until
absolutely
we
hope
see
so.
what the specs on these systems are, we really won't even know what to
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah, some people are overhyping these like as if like they're going to be on par with PC. Some people are talking about RAM as if they know shit about RAM. Some motherfuckers talking about CPUs and GPUs. It's like, dog, stop, take a breath, and just wait for the damn
And it will never be
conversations.
the days of consoles being caught up with PCs are over.
It is. If I'm not mistaken, we're at 8K, right? We now officially have 8K
Yeah,
graphics cards with the 2080s. So I mean,
yeah. It's
that's officially
the 360 generation and PS3 generation was the last generation
yeah,
you will ever see where consoles actually were on par and in some cases better than PC.
yeah.
You
That's
know,
true. That was true. The PS3 was like the most powerful thing on the market. Like
on the market.
it was it. That cell architecture, they took a big gamble on it. Unfortunately, they missed out on one particular thing, people, and that was development. Development for that thing was a pain, and that hurt
Hmm.
very, very badly. For that console. So definitely.
Yeah, but
Um,
yeah, but the overall thought process of that is just when it comes to these systems and what you want from them, just
yeah,
ask for more. Ask for don't this is the thing, don't ask for more graphics. I mean, we're gonna get that regardless because
yeah,
the reason I always talk about graphics over gameplay, I mean gameplay over graphics, that's something I believe in because you're gonna
right,
get the graphics regardless because
right.
that's what sells the game. So when you
Uh-huh.
guys talk about 1080p versus 900p or 4K versus 1800p,
Yo,
that
when
shit,
people do videos like that, where it's like, "Oh, see, I don't see the difference, 1080p versus
yeah,
900p." I'm telling you, it's like when you go to the market, right, and you see like those white parents, they got those little leashes on their kids.
yeah.
Like that's like entertainment for niggas, basically. That's for us. That's entertainment. That's how
Right.
PC dudes look at those videos. It's like, dog, stop. Don't do those videos. It's dumb. Like, oh, I don't see the
Right.
difference between 900p. Like, dog, you're contradicting the hell out of yourself with this shit. Don't do these videos. Just don't do them. Just don't do
Well, and then the funny thing is, most of them you could definitely tell a difference. But then on top of that, PC people really don't care about the graphics like
They
that
don't.
because they turn the graphics down 90% of the time just to get the best performance.
Yeah, they need to. Yeah, some of these games. I remember they did it for the Division. Remember how shitty the Division was
Yeah,
optimized? It was shitty.
dude, I was when I was I had a surgery when Division came out. I had surgery because I was in a car accident, and I played that shit on the laptop, bro. Because I wanted to play Division
Oh
that
my
bad. Didn't have my Xbox with me, of course, because I was in the hospital for like 3 weeks. So my brother
damn.
brought his PC, his laptop to the hospital for me to use for 2 weeks while I was there.
Mm.
And man, I turned the ever living crap out of that game all the way to the lowest of the low, and literally still put 49 hours in on that game on PC,
Damn.
playing
How
that
much?
shit
Oh man.
terrible.
See, I couldn't. I never got into the Division, but after seeing like Angry Joe play the shit, I saw one dude who legit broke the fucking game because he turned everything to max. The fucking game was having seizures.
Oh
Like
yeah, dude, if your
that
shit
shit
can't
was
handle it,
crazy.
man, that shit
The
make you
game,
feel like
especially with the helicopter. You know how the shit looks like the helicopter disappearing and the screen turned
yup,
green.
the very
I'm like,
last
yo,
mission.
what the
Yeah,
fuck did he do to the game? So
the
yeah,
fucking helicopter was
that was a
blinking
bad.
all over the screen and shit.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck did he do with this game? So that was a big thing with the Division. But hopefully they get that right with the second one. Like in terms of optimization, they gotta get that shit right.
Right, right.
One thing I talked about too, though, I don't know if you heard about this. Spider-Man is the second best-selling game of the year in the UK,
I
even
saw.
though PS4 exclusive.
Yeah, I saw it this morning.
Yeah, what you think about that?
I mean, who didn't think that was going to happen? That's
Oh,
my
I
whole
know.
thing. I mean, it's Mar. I mean, okay, put it like this. This would be a shock if it wasn't the year of Marvel. If this was last year
Yeah.
when there wasn't a Infinity War, there wasn't this big
Mhm.
push around Marvel and a new Spider-Man movie came out and everything, I could say that yeah, Spider-Man is good, but still for it to be the second best-selling game of the year, I'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
that's an achievement. You know, I didn't expect that to happen. But
Yeah.
honestly, this if they didn't sell like this, I would be like, "Whoa, what's really going on here? Did this game not resonate with the people like it should have?" Because you have more people going out buying systems and buying PS4s. Hence why PS4 Pros are literally the hardest thing to find right now because comic book people, just non gamers, are going
Mhm.
out and buying this game just because they like Spider Man. So I expected it to sell this well. I
Right.
did expect that Metacritic to be a little bit higher, but the one thing about a superhero game is really
It's
doesn't
hard to
matter how
appeal
that
to everybody.
Metacritic falls. It just depends on people like the IP or not.
Yeah, that's one thing people can get wrong with a game from a Marvel superhero. Like for example, you can have a dope ass character like Iron Man. You can do some crazy shit where like you can recreate the movie in a sense. Like you can do
Hmm.
the suit up. If you
Yep.
ain't got some shit that people want, like basic shit, like the ability to, let's say, to go home and you can actually disassemble the suit, create your own shit like that. Like, people might look at it like, oh, this shit trash. So, you know,
Right.
that there's always something somebody wants out of a Marvel game. And it's rightly so, you know what I'm saying? We want that shit, but we'll get it in due time. You know what I'm saying? We'll get that in due time.
Well, the funny thing is, I had a lot of people coming to the store because Xbox doesn't have a Spider. Well, they don't have the new Spider-Man game,
Right.
and people are bummed out about it. So they're going and buying Amazing Spider-Man 2, which is the only Xbox Spider-Man game available on there, just so they could be a part of the conversation. So that
Yeah.
just lets you know how much mind share Spider-Man has right now for people to go buy an older game just so they can say they played a Spider-Man game this year.
Yeah. You know what also is crazy too? And it's a big benefactor for Spider-Man in the game. And a lot of people are missing this too. Um DC has been fucking up left and right.
Yeah.
Have you seen that new Batman suit?
I did. It
Oh
looks like it
my
looks.
god.
I'm hoping and praying that it
Prototype?
was. They said it was a demo for the cowl for the helmet. They
Right.
said it was supposed to be for that, but why would you take a whole body shot
Thank
of
you.
of the whole costume if it was just for the cowl?
Like that costume looked like a
Oh,
fucking,
it looked like
oh Lord.
it looked like a it looked like a slightly like older military vest that was used from the 1990s.
Exactly. She had like fucking loops on it. Like, what is this
I
shit?
was
Like,
like, what is this?
where's the bat logo? Like, where is this shit? Come on, man.
Yeah, but the cow was on point. That was the only
Yeah,
thing
that
about the
was
whole outfit that looked good. But then when I saw the rest of it, I was like,
Yeah.
They
What's
gonna
that
try to
dude's
get it.
name?
They try to get
Night Owl, right? From Watchmen.
yeah,
If Night Owl's costume shits on a Batman costume, you know you fucked up.
yeah, man.
Night Owl's costume was generic as shit. But that shit on that fucking new one. So that was their new thing. I ain't like that. I know y'all saw a new Hellboy poster I tweeted out. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it. I
That shit
saw
look
it. Just hope
fire.
they don't mess it up.
Yeah, that shit look fire. I was telling everybody here, you know what I'm saying, what I want, from it. I don't want to what I don't want to see. Basically, I don't want to see repeats of what we saw with the first ones. Like, for
Yeah.
example, I don't want to see Samael. I don't want to see the Rasputin character. I don't want to see the puppet. Remember the human puppet? I don't want to see
Mhm.
that. I don't want to see Prince and Princess Nuala of the Golden Army. I want to see something new. So, and they
Now,
did
do
say
you
they
want
did
them to
talk
stick
about
it?
the new people. Yeah.
I say, do you want them to stick in line with the lore? Or do you want them to come up with a unique story?
Well, from what I've seen, it's a reboot, so it's really up to them what they want to
Right.
do. I just hope they don't because they this is one of those trends we run into when it comes to like superheroes getting their reboot movies. They always try to like recycle characters into shit that we've already seen before. It's like just do
Hmm.
something new. Like I don't want to see the same character over and over. That's why I kind of was pissed off that we never got Mysterio on the big screen.
Yeah, I just thought, oh, yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, we never got Mysterio on the big screen or Craven the Hunter, but we did get one gem out of Spider-Man Homecoming. That was Vulture, who was a fucking beast, and that was one of the weakest villains in the comics. He just was
Yeah.
trash. So, that was cool to see. But I do want to see something like that out of Hellboy. And as far as I forgot his name, who's playing Hellboy, but he looked legit. He looked
No,
scary
he
as fuck.
does. When I
He
saw
looked
the
legit.
poster, I was like, dog, this looks legit, bro.
He looked better. He looked legit like the fucking Hellboy over
Yeah.
Ron. Ron did a great job, but that motherfucker, I'm like, yo, this motherfucker, like Ron was good, but this dude looks like Satan. He legit looks like Satan.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's how Hellboy should look like Satan.
I wonder how early in the origin story they're gonna go with it.
Good question. From
I
what I've
wonder if they're gonna
seen,
start literally from the beginning, or are they gonna like take liberties and think that people pretty much know a little bit about how it happened and why it happened, and then just
yeah,
start somewhere and like
he's a
probably
right
get
hand of
50 years
doom.
later.
He's the destroyer of Earth. He's the right hand of doom. I mean, like that's his
Right,
destiny is
exactly.
to kill Earth, regardless. Even though he decided not to in the first one, it's still his destiny. That's his DNA, and that's what they. For those of you that didn't get the story for part two, when they were setting up for, remember how Liz said she was pregnant, she was having twins.
Yep.
Basically, she was going to die in childbirth. That was going to drive him crazy, and he was going to kill the Earth for her, pretty much.
Hmm.
So that's what was going to happen. People didn't understand it, but yeah, that was going to be a legit thing. Moving on, I think the last thing I talked about. Oh, Rocksteady's new game supposedly is a Harry Potter game.
Oh God.
No, now here's the thing though. It's an RPG. It's
Okay,
an
that's
RPG
better.
Harry Potter game. From what I'm seeing, it's open world. You can go pretty much anywhere. So the possibilities are endless at this point because it would be some dope ass shit if you can choose your house, like Gryffindor, Ravenclaw,
Yeah.
Slytherin, or whatever. And you have your own character. Obviously, you can create your own character. And with this character, you grow, you learn your skills, your potions, X amount of things. You can go through the dark forest if that's possible. Maybe even go to the dangerous water. Remember that shit from the movie with the
Hmm.
mermaids? Like, there's a lot of cool shit they can do with this, especially if they have a legit full-fledged Quidditch game.
That's one thing I was gonna say. When you
Yeah,
said RPG, I was thinking Final
Quidditch.
Fantasy X with spirit what's the name ball, and I was like they could add Quidditch to this, a
Yeah,
full-fledged Quidditch game. That
dog.
fucking be
I'll
fire.
tell you, that'd be fucking lit. Especially they can have multiplayer.
Multiplayer
Oh,
leveling have
everybody has their own role to play. You have your normal scorers, right? You have your defenders, and then you have a seeker. Bam,
yeah.
that's it. That's your game right there. That would have been fire if it's done right. And well, technically, this game is not necessarily made by Rocksteady. They're like working on it. They're help working on it for Avalanche software.
Oh,
But
Avalanche Software was
yeah,
in conjunction with it.
yeah, but a lot of people were bummed because a lot of people were expecting that big Superman game.
Yeah.
Again, I already told the people it's like Superman's fine. I do like the idea of a Superman game by Rocksteady. The problem with Superman is it's going to be hard to please everybody because of these movies and shit. It's like it's hard to balance Superman.
And how do you balance Superman around, like you said, all the movies, and which era do you go with?
Yep.
You go with the newer era? Do you go with the older era? Do you where do you sit? Like,
Yeah,
you
I don't.
know,
It's hard. It's hard to do it because if I remember correctly, in the comics, Red Kryptonite doesn't affect him no more, nor does Kryptonite. He's fine. He's
no.
like gotten immune to this shit. So it's like, what the fuck did you do?
Well, dude, it's already the dude is a he's
He's fucking a
how do you
beast.
play a game as a god? Literally,
Exactly.
I mean, they did it in God of War, but
Right. But
even
even
that they
with
took
God of War,
liberties.
it made sense. You know, you're going, like, you're a Greek guy going against Norse gods. So obviously, Norse gods are stronger than Greek
Are stronger
gods.
than you.
Yeah. But that made sense. This shit, logic is not going to necessarily fall into the category of this one. And I don't think they're going to do it anyway after the backlash from Henry Cavill not being Superman anymore.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like, I can see they'll probably using his likeness in it because I'm sorry, he was by far the best Superman that we had in
Oh, yeah.
like the last 2 years.
Yeah. Aside from Christopher, was Christopher
Christopher Reeves is
Reeve? There you
always,
go, Christopher Reeve.
that's the best right there.
Yeah.
And that's not
Definitely.
even out of respect. That's just because those movies still, I mean, graphically and visually, those movies really don't hold up as well anymore because you can literally see the fucking green
You can see
screens
the
of those
green
movies.
screen and how cheap
But
he flies.
but but the acting and the it just the story subplots were straight. They still hold up today.
Yeah.
Can't say anything about those earlier Superman movies
Yep.
after
You
that.
can't tell. Like he was the first one to inspire by that you can fly. So
Yep.
he has a legacy that's untouched when it comes to that. But as far as Henry Cavill again, he was by far the most functional, like most believable in terms of modern day.
Yeah, exactly.
He was the most believable. And it's crazy how I didn't really feel like I wasn't really that into Man of Steel. Wasn't that into it, but I can tell you right now that Man of Steel was better than Batman v Superman.
Oh, brother, who you said? Oh, shit, that shit was trash.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how it's hard. It's hard for me to say that. It breaks my heart to say that because you have Superman plus Batman. And you mean to tell me a Superman movie outshines a complete
Look,
Batman movie?
man.
Like, come on, man.
I think what's his name?
Ben
Ben
Affleck.
Affleck got a raw deal from some people. I don't think he did that bad in Superman versus Batman.
Nah, he
My
was good.
wife can't stand that movie because of Ben Affleck being Batman. So that kind of killed the movie for her in the beginning. So
Mm-hmm.
she couldn't even do it, and then the whole storyline with how they did Abomination and all the other stuff was just all over the fucking place. So she fell out of that shit so fucking quick.
Dog,
And
I fell asleep. This is the first ever superhero movie. And keep in mind, I watched a lot of shitty superhero movies. I mean, you're talking somebody who watched The Meteor Man. I watched a lot of
oh
shitty
wow,
fucking
man.
superhero movies.
Shit, god
This was
damn.
the first one that I fell asleep on.
Oh,
Legit.
man.
I fell asleep in the fucking theater. Like, what the fuck happened?
Look,
I,
look, man, it has a lot to do with Marvel's ascension to greatness when it comes to their movies versus what DC's
yeah.
convoluted, not really putting an effort to like tie their characters together in a meaningful way. And I'm sorry,
Yeah.
when you see one superhero franchise doing it right, and then you see another side not doing anything to try to tie them together,
Mm-hmm. Just
it's
shoehorn them in one sequel is like, dog, that's not how
right.
you do a fucking character meet at all.
Even when you have different people playing the Joker, like what the
Yeah.
fuck? It's like four different Jokers out there. Okay, pick a Joker.
Yeah, if you want to be canon and be respectful, you would at least just go with Heath Ledger's fucking Joker. That's what you should
Right.
have fucking went with. Heath Ledger's Joker had it because remember he didn't die, right? He didn't die at the end of Dark Knight. What they could have done was they had that Joker, and then you saw Robin's suit, right, where his guy
Yep.
written up and cut up, and basically that Joker cut him up and killed him because that Joker was really into knives. There you go.
Yeah.
But while we had this other Joker with these grills and shit, like, come on, man, this shit trash. I do agree with what's his name though. He did say Batman v Superman wasn't as bad as Batman and Robin. Yeah, that's the epitome of garbage right there. Batman and Robin.
Oh
That's the
shit, man.
epitome. Nah, that was the epitome of garbage. Come on, he had
Right.
Bane fucking I forgot he had no dialogue, like no actual dialogue. He just kept repeating people. Shit was stupid. So
You're
that
right.
was the other one. What else did they do here? Um later, Encanter. Appreciate you, bro. As you join us. Um Another thing they talked about too, or that we talked about. Did I go over? Hold on. Back to this. Oh, it was going back to Harry Potter. Again, the Quidditch game, things of that nature. One thing I really hoped that they would do is the Tri-Wizard Cup with the Goblet of Fire. And you actually be part of that shit. You know what I'm saying? That'd be some dope ass shit. So that was one of those things I wanted to do.
I need to put you on like a payroll.
Need me on the fucking payroll. Like
To
Ryan,
come up
that's
with
amazing. That'd be
some shit
fucked
I
up
didn't
though.
even
They
think
look me
of.
in the eye and like Ryan, that's amazing, but we don't have the budget, nor do we have the interest. I'm like, oh Jesus.
Oh man, shit.
Don't
Take $10 million away from some shitty ass thing you were thinking about doing and put it towards this.
facts. You see that shit with well, at least we got some good news with Telltale, at least. Even though there's a lot of games out here that we really wanted sequels to that we were waiting
Yeah, that
for.
we're never gonna get.
Yeah. The Walking Dead, the final season, we will get the last episodes of that, so that's fine. That's
Yeah,
great.
so who's picking up the tab on it?
I have just well, from what I've heard and from what I've seen, I know they laid off 200 something employees,
Yeah,
and there's
95%.
25 left. There's like 25 left. So I guess those 25 are going to take advantage or going to be done with
Yeah, because I know a couple of firms reached out to them about not picking up the IP, but just giving them the funds to finish it. And
right.
that was the last thing we heard about it last week. So that just got announced over the last day or so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool because episode 2 was fire.
Yeah, I see. I was gonna wait for all the episodes for me to get it because I hate waiting. I did that shit from New Frontier. Now let my excitement get the better of me,
Yeah.
and I was pissed with the New Frontier. I'm sorry, a
Uh,
New Frontier did nothing for me. What's up, Craig?
yeah.
The Messiah.
The Messiah has returned.
Yeah, I'll send the Messiah a fucking invite because everybody was telling me you were live. I didn't even know you were live. Fucking YouTube. YouTube's pissing me off with some bullshit though.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't even get. I hardly get notifications. You know, I had to go and fucking go to Lucas shit and like legit hit the bell icon like 3 times. Dead
That shit
ass.
kind of diluted, man.
Just to fucking make sure
Well,
I made.
have you seen the bug where when you're going through your sub feed, it shows somebody live that went live 3 hours ago, but they're not live anymore?
That's been like unlive for like 3 hours. Like, come on, man.
I was
What
like, dude, this dude hasn't been live in 3 hours. Fix your shit.
like they don't care about YouTube no more. They just don't. They don't care. They don't care about shit. Like Google fucked everything up. And I thought Google buying YouTube was gonna be a great thing. I was wrong like a motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
Fuck Google.
Google said we're just going to use you for we just need you to be able to move people around to videos and stuff.
Facts.
We want the ad revenue.
Did you play the Game of Thrones Telltales?
Yeah, I beat it.
What you thought about that?
Okay.
I was a little let down with that one, to be honest.
Okay. I'm not gonna say I was let down. I actually enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed it more because I like Game of Thrones and it does tell a story outside of what you knew about Game of Thrones because it takes place right after the Red Wedding.
Right.
So you kind of see the opposite side of what happened on the outside when all the slaughtering was happening and what happened, and they kind of built their own story after that. I think the first 2 episodes were really good. I think it got really disjointed once you got into episode 3, 4, 5, and this one even had 6 episodes because it was the longest one they had. But I liked it. It was enjoyable. I actually beat it I believe in 3 days because I just had it after the whole. I bought the whole season thing and played it, and it was okay. It was by far not the best one they had. I still think Borderlands is the best.
Yeah, Borderlands was actually pretty good. The soundtrack for
Freaking epic.
Borderlands was amazing. That was an amazing
Yeah.
soundtrack. That and the Telltale Walking Dead was another. I mean, not
Yeah.
not Telltale. The Telltale's Guardians of the Galaxy was really good too from them. That one was
Now it's mixed feelings on that one. Some people liked it. I think that's the one that is like 50-50.
yeah. You'll like that one because they did everything pretty cool with that one. But in terms of the Game of Thrones one thing that I just did not like about that one was the fact that your choices, no matter what you did, Iron Wrath is fucked.
Oh, they're fucked. Yeah,
They're
regardless.
fucked. There's nothing
They're fucked.
Iron Wrath's future.
It just depends on who makes it. You just basically come up who ends up making it to be king at the end.
Yeah, it's like
That is it.
I couldn't. My first playthrough, I did all the dumb shit. Like, for example, remember the one, I forgot his name, was it Roderick, the one that was burnt?
Yeah.
I actually chose him to live over the other fucking guy, which I was pissed that I did that shit. He fucking lived. Fucking what was it? The queen died from the king or whatever. From what's the name? He died. She died. Fucking the sister was beheaded.
Wait, let me ask you this. So the sister, is there any way to save that chick at the end?
I
didn't think there was.
Yo, there's a way to save her, but you have to turn up. This is what you have to do. You know that little kid that helps you?
Yeah.
Basically, he'll come to you while he's got you in the cell. You know what I'm talking about, the dude who's basically set you up. He'll come there. Yep. He'll basically ask you, he'll give you a choice. He'll say, I'll make sure you live today, but you have to give me heirs.
Oh yeah. And I was
like, fuck you. Children with her, so that way he had a chance to get Ironwood or something like that. And he would set up the kid. The kid would take the fall as you walk away with him. I'm like, fuck that. I ain't about to do that shit. So some people were doing that choice. I'm like, how stupid.
No, I'm sorry. When I play Telltale games, I kind of played them to the personality that I have in real life.
Yeah.
So I mean, and just live with the consequences. But when that shit happened, I was like, God damn, she got fucking beheaded.
Yep.
But what's he got fucking hit with like 15 arrows? It's fucking crazy.
He gets fucking killed. What's up, Craig? I know he was in here. But what was that fucking one character that was in the fucking game? What's his name that fucking survived? Because it was three particular people that can survive. The one that you get help with, the dragon lady, obviously. I got her help. The one from the North Grove, I got the North Grove to come help, so that was gonna happen.
I did too, yeah.
And what was it? Frost Fingers? what's the name? I forgot his name. Frost something. That guy was gonna help as well. So at least I had an army at the end, but still, it was kind of fun. Everybody was dead in a weird way. So I'm going to throw the Messiah some topics. What's up, man? What's going on?
What's happening, Ryan? What's happening, Gaming Forte?
You know what's stupid about YouTube? When I went live, right? And then people jumped there, was like, hey, Craig's alive too. I'm like, what? And I didn't even get a notification.
Oh. Well, I did my Venom review. I did some PS5 news, and let's see, the fact that Rocket League's developers ain't doing crossplay. So Sony pretty much checkmated all those clowns.
Yeah,
and so that was pretty. And Forza 4, I told people that Forza 4 it's cool. It's got some good music on there. I've heard 3 songs. I was gonna put these songs on loop. I like all 3.
Downloaded them to your Apple Music play, huh?
Yeah, it's dope. I'm liking Forza though. We already gave our impression. You liked it so far?
Oh yeah, I like it. I like some of the I like jumping around. I like the ramps. Just gotta keep going to the same ramp and jumping to get further. But it's fun.
I just don't like the lip syncing. Yeah, I just don't like the lip syncing in the game. That's all. The lip sync is terrible.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. If you look closely at the voice, the people talking, while you hear the voiceovers, you'll see that it's not in sync at all.
Oh, it's like a Japanese dub karate movie.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
But it's fun. I mean, it's an arcade racer. It's just just driving around. It's all right. It's fun.
Look, man, I gotta ask you this, Mr. Messiah.
Oh shit.
You literally.
Oh shit.
I'm looking at this fucking screen, man, and you got your fucking Ryzen on a
That's it.
throne right now with the
That's
camera pointed
Craig.
at it, bro.
That's Craig Karras. Craig Karras is the Ryzen.
Oh my god. He
That's
said,
him.
you know what? I'm gonna dress this CPU up. I'm gonna give it a throne. I'm gonna point the camera directly at it for dramatic effect.
Well, it's the top. You know, according to A, it's the top.
Everybody's going Ryzen, but me and Forte are the only motherfuckers here that are sticking with our 8700 case. I'm blown away.
Well, this one blows away the i5, and in every test, it blew the i5 away. So
yeah, the question is, are you going to get the 2080 Ti though? That's the question.
Oh no, I can no. Like I said before, no. I'm happy as long as I'm at 1440p 60. I'm good.
Oh, you're going to get beyond.
You're going to get way beyond that, bro.
The Vega 56 is going to get ray tracing, according to AMD. They hired him, so then that Vega 56 runs about even with something called a 1070, roughly. And a lot of the games it performed just as well, are just as well. I keep telling people it's not performing the same, but it's just as good. It's right there. It's got one foot in the door. So and you can leave the store with more money in your pocket with the Vega GPU than you can at 1070. You just can't. So yeah. So that's probably my next big step up.
You need RAM, right? That's you need. You need RAM and what else you need?
I need something called I need memory. Something called a 1 terabyte hard drive or something like that. Some kind of drive.
You can get a Seagate hard drive right now for like $80, and it'd be like 8 terabyte, right? Yeah.
I'm gonna get it. I'm waiting on the RAM. I may just wait till Cyber Monday. Everybody keeps telling me
that RAM price to drop.
Yeah, they say you can get it for like $99, like DDR4. Well,
I don't know how much Forte. Oh, actually, no. He told me he paid like $160 for his. I paid damn near $300 for mine because I had to buy 2 fucking RAM sticks.
No, I spent $398 on RAM, but I bought 32 gigs worth.
Yeah, so that's what I got. I got 32 gigs.
Shit costs more than my fucking processor cost.
Facts.
But I'm looking for Cyber Monday. I'm looking for a screen, a monitor, and RAM. So,
well, if you're going for a monitor, go for 1 millisecond response time.
Please do.
Yeah.
That will make your life so much easier. It'll make you appreciate everything you're building that much more because you'll take full advantage.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I was like Thanos when he told his children to go forth in those stones. So when somebody could report it back, just wait till Cyber Monday. I'm like, oh yeah, is that like Prime Monday? It was like Prime but better deals. I'm like, all right, well then, and Cyber Monday, it's hard to believe it's like 8 weeks away. So I'm like,
not that far away.
Hey, shout out to Ian. He said he just got his RTX 2080 Ti. So. Damn.
Well, he hired ray tracing.
That power supply is legit.
Right?
Fuck that shit. That power supply might be legit. I got an 850 watt. I know I can handle it with an 850 watt.
Yeah, I got 850 watts too.
But I probably will go to 1,000 just to be safe.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, most builds I see people doing them is like 750s, as long as you got an 80 plus gold or higher.
You see Maslin shit try to show off. Did you see what Maslin?
I stopped paying attention to Maslin. He be doing crazy shit.
His PC setup. He was buying all the shit. I'm like, Maslin, nigga, you just bought the fucking power supply that I talked about in the pod. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, like he knew what that power supply was.
I got 600 watts, so I think I'm good.
Yeah, you good with 600 watts. What's up, Jamal? What was it? News here. Spider-Man second highest selling game of this year, or second best selling game of this year in the UK, even though it's a PS4 exclusive. What you guys say about that?
That was a good game. They did a good job, and it's doing better numbers than Sony thought, and it was overperforming. When the hangover stops with Insomniac Games, because they're still partying, they're releasing the DLC. What don't they release the DLC in a couple weeks?
Yeah.
So so they're gearing up to release that, and they're moving assets to PS5 to make the next Spider-Man.
Did you see the Hellboy poster?
I saw the poster. Yeah.
What you thought about that?
As long as it's better than Golden Army, because that was trash.
What?
So,
you just
said Golden Army was trash. What?
Is that what it's called? Was it called the Golden Army?
Yeah,
or something like that?
The Golden Army. You said Golden Army was trash?
Trash. I mean, the first one was good. The first one was real good, but there was a reason why they didn't do a third movie, because they signed Ron Perlman to do 3 movies, but the second one they bought out his contract. The third one they bought out his contract.
I thought he couldn't make it for scheduling problems with the developers related, because they couldn't start. They didn't have the fucking script made. They were like working on shit. So
yeah, and they bought out his contract. That's the problem. They were arguing with script versus the directors, and he was like, "Look, let's buy out my contract." And he was already doing the Sons of Anarchy, so he had money coming in, so he was good. He's a good guy. He's a good dude.
Gamer M, hey Ryan, never make a video about that deranged clown again, please. Thank you.
Damn.
He's talking about that dude that just hates every game.
Yeah.
That game.
Everything's dying.
I don't get it. What was it? So yeah, that was that. Rocksteady's working with another developer to make a Harry Potter game.
Harry Potter?
Yeah.
That's what I said. That's what I said as soon as you said it.
Xbox community said they were making Superman.
Nah, it turns out they're not making it. It's going to be a Harry Potter game. They're helping a developer of Avalanche Studios or Avalanche Software. They're making a Harry Potter game, and the Harry Potter game is going to be open world RPG. You can basically have your character. You create your own character. You go through your houses and whatnot. They have not confirmed that you can like at the beginning of every school year you have the sorting hat, where it like puts you in your whatever house you want to be in, like Gryffindor, Slytherin, and all that. Well,
I never watched Harry Potter.
Well, there's a sorting hat, and it puts you in your little group and shit like that. There's no confirmation of that or anything of that nature, but there's a lot of potential in there, especially for those who love Harry Potter and who played it or watched the movies and whatnot.
I'm gonna need you to go watch Harry Potter, sir.
Yeah, you need to watch Harry Potter.
I can't. I watched Lord of the Rings, and Harry Potter's a pussy.
I watched Lord of the Rings too until I was the same way. I didn't see the first 3, and then my wife wanted to go to the show to see the 4th one, and I was like, "I ain't seen the first 3." She said, "Well, you want to see it after you watch this one." So I went and saw that one with her, and kind of got hooked, and then went back and just literally watched all of them.
I ain't lie. I made fun of my fucking cousin who had the movie. I was like, dog, Harry Potter's for pussy.
My wife loves fucking Harry Potter.
I watched it when it came on ABC Family. I was like, you know what? This shit, what the fuck was I talking about? This shit's pretty lit. So I watched it.
I just asked my niece, because she watched them all and she read the books. I'm like, who won that fight at the end? And he was like, Harry won. He said, well, that guy killed him, but he had a reflex spell on, and it killed the other dude. I said, so this whole time, this was all about a reflex spell. I was like, all right, get out of here.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
It's deeper than that. Basically,
the
guy who's trying to kill Harry. Yeah. The guy who's trying to kill Harry is the guy who's trying to be a god. Basically, in a sense, his soul is split between these different artifacts called Horcruxes. They each have a specific function and each have a specific power. One particular thing is a lock. If you wear it, you basically become corrupt. There was a diary that had the soul of him and shit like that in there. There was what was it?
Sort of like the Infinity Stone.
Somewhat, but you had to destroy these things, and you destroy him, you basically destroy him. But he did have that cool. See, I didn't think they're going to be able to do it, but they did it so well with the fucking with the snake. Remember the genie?
Yep.
Remember the genie? They fucking did the genie dope in the movie, so that was pretty cool. I wouldn't mind seeing her in the game if they can do that. That'd be cool.
Well, a genie is always.
See, Forte don't want to admit it, but he afraid of the Chamber of Secrets, and they can do some shit like that where you can actually go to the Chamber of Secrets and run into the basilisk.
That would be crazy.
Wouldn't that be dope as hell? And you can just explore and you know exactly what to do, and you can learn Pasatang and go down there. That'd be some cool shit.
Well, is it going to be MMO or just like a big RPG?
Big RPG from what I'm seeing, open world. So there might be Quidditch games. There might be shit like duels where you can go against masters and learn different techniques. There's a lot of cool shit behind it. The only thing that kind of sucks about it is the fact that this shit came out after the series has been pretty much done.
Yeah, because they're doing the Fantastic. Fantastic is kind of, that's from the same writer. That movie and that from the same writer. Okay.
That's
so yeah, I mean, shout out. Any more games is always good, but it'd be something I won't be buying. Now, if somebody wants to buy it for me, I'll check it out. But I can't.
Here we go.
Oh God, look at you! Stop mooching.
I mean, I can't physically walk into a store and say I want that new Harry Potter.
What's up, Jemiah Dixon? What's up? What's up, sir?
You walk to the store and say you want that new Harry Potter. They have it.
I can't do it. So.
You could probably the real. I mean, at this point, Netflix might have all of them.
Nah, they took them down. They're pussies.
They did. I know they were on there for a while.
Go
find yourself a nice torrent, and you can download them all for free with that Ryzen.
Man, fuck it, torrent. He's got the Fire Stick. Just watch it on the Fire
Stick. Oh yeah. Just go get Cody and watch it on your Fire Stick.
Got it all on Cody. Oh, fuck that shit. Speaking of Cody, I gotta reset my shit back up. Like on my TV.
But at least with Cody, you gotta stream the shit. If you got a torrent, you can just download the shit.
Yeah, true. True.
And actually, because trust me, torrent has saved me from buying some trash movies.
Yeah. I saw a movie with Dennis Rodman. Let me tell you something. I didn't think this movie exists, but somebody told me about this garbage ass movie. It's called Simon Says.
Oh, that sounds bad.
Oh, God. I lost brain cells watching that shit. They had Dennis Rodman acting like a secret agent. Like, what is this shit?
Yeah, that sounds bad.
Why am I trashing Cody? They say Cody's garbage. Use terrarium. Damn.
That's way beyond me.
What's up, Sick? What's up, Halo Star? But damn.
What's up, Sick?
Yeah, what's up, Sick?
Y'all trashing Cody.
God damn.
That's my go-to shit. What you guys say about Venom? I didn't see your stream. What you thought about it's trash?
Yeah.
Damn. So IGN was right then, huh? Because they gave it like a fucking 4.
Bro, that shit is sitting at like a 33 Metacritic.
33 Metacritic, and that's higher than what you got on Rotten Tomatoes.
20. It's at 27.
Yeah. 27 now?
On Rotten Tomatoes.
27 on Rotten Tomatoes.
I mean, I put my score in. I'm like, man, this movie, I mean, I couldn't believe it. It's worse than Jonah Hex. I didn't think that was possible.
What?
Did you watch the first impressions of the people that went to the premiere and like read their tweets and stuff? The shit was fucking hilarious.
No, I went and saw it. I went and saw it the other night, and I about regurgitated my friggin' popcorn. I mean, it was bad, man.
Damn, it was that bad. Nothing redeeming.
All movies are in 3 acts, and none of the acts are good enough to help to save the movie.
Right.
It's bad. I mean, it's just. Damn. I mean, even with Wonder Woman's 3rd act was complete trash. The 3rd act was trash, but the first 2 acts were really strong. Her going across no man's land. That was the opening of the 2nd act. Right. To her fighting in that town when they, when she ended up, old dude went ahead and laid pipe that night. That was the end of the 2nd act, and that 2nd act carried that movie. But because of what she said, that guy said to her, and I thought was perfect. He said, Diana, we're not supposed to go out there. That's not what we're supposed to do. And she just looked at him and said, this is what I'm supposed to do. And that started your 2nd act. But Venom, it's just tonally, it's off. Sony does not know how to do a script that's interconnected.
I was gonna say the same exact thing.
It makes sense. Yeah.
It was trash. I mean, they have enough there, I think, to go to Marvel and say, we need some creative help with the script.
Right.
They got a good cast. Their cast was strong.
Right.
But it was trash, man. I mean, but once he got it, once he became the We Are Venom, from that point on, they tonally everything matched up. But the effects were really well done. I told people the effects were off the chain. They got that right. But it's just not. I mean, I know what they're trying to do. It's just not going to work. I mean, they're not going to be able to put Silk into this universe because they need Spider-Man. And they can't. Right. So they're going to negotiate that again. And maybe Marvel lends them some of their creative writers, creative writers. So, and that's what they need, that interconnected. And Marvel does that. Nobody else can do it.
I would do that because a lot of people are going to probably think that this game is a Marvel movie when it's actually a Sony movie because it's a Marvel character.
Yeah, it's a Sony movie. Yeah, Sony is in charge.
Yeah, it's a Sony movie, but with the fact that Venom is a Marvel character, a lot of people are going to probably jump to the conclusion like this is a bad Marvel movie. No, it's a bad Sony movie that Sony is publishing and making. It's not a Marvel movie. And if I was Marvel, I would have made sure I had some type of creative input into how that movie was made, just because of how high they're flying right now.
Yeah, so Sony, since they own Spider-Man, they own Venom, and Marvel has so Marvel, if they're smart, and who knows, Sony may be talking to them now. They may be having lunch today, like help, so and Sony, so now that could be part of their deal. But Sony now goes into the negotiation needing Marvel, and that puts their hand weaker because when they went into the negotiations years ago, Marvel wanted Peter. Strengthen Sony's hand in negotiation. They're coming in at this point with the weaker hand. So Marvel's going to get what they want. And if they want Spider-Man back,
now here's a good question. I think this would be the comparison that really tells people in the chat if they should watch it or not. Is Venom better than Batman v Superman?
No.
Go see it. God damn, it's worse.
It's worse than Jonah Hex. It's
God damn.
Worse. I didn't know that was possible. I mean, I'm leaving the theater like this was worse than Justice League, and I'm like, man, this is worse than Jonah Hex. How is that possible?
Lord.
Man. But go see the movie. I just simply told when I reviewed it, I said go see it on Monday matinee. Go see a matinee of it where you don't go in there and spend, $30-40. I remember somebody paying to see a movie, paying like $60 for their family to go see it. And I'm pretty sure when he got home, he beat his wife because I forgot the name of the movie. It's terrible. I guarantee he beat his wife for having him spend that kind of money to take those kids to that movie. So I forgot the name of the movie though.
I mean, at least you go see fucking Transformers. You're going to see some spectacle, and that's mostly the transformation.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, you trade lack of script for noise.
For pretty visuals and noise. That's all you pretty much are looking at. It's like a noise simulator. You paid $30-$60 to hear a noise simulator with fucking cars. So
yeah, it's just totally off. When Venom is trying to get him to accept the deal, and they go into this Hitchcockian routine that you could tell they really wanted it to be funny. But it wasn't. It's like this is not working. This script doesn't work for this.
That's terrible. So, what was the rating for the movie? You mind telling me what was the rating for Venom?
Like
PG-13. They should have went for the R.
Y'all think that's the reason why it was trash? Like it had a PG-13 rating instead of a rated R rating?
It's trash on script. People gotta.
He said trash on.
It's trash on rip.
That's it. This is a problem. It's nothing that they can't fix going forward. They just need some help going forward. That's if they go forward. But if they're going to make Silk, they got to get her right. I mean, that's all I can tell. I mean, look, that's it. If they're going to put Silk in this, they got to get Silk right. And for anybody who doesn't know, Silk is a version of Spider-Man. So it's a girl.
One thing's for certain, though, he's not going to be like. There's no way we can get him in the Spider-Man Homecoming universe. It's impossible. He's not a kid.
They can get him in the third Spider-Man because there's another Spider-Man movie due if Sony wants it. That's the problem they're facing right now. Is if Marvel says, well, we're going to pull all our creative teams out, which is fine, and then you guys are on your own. Sony, based on Venom, they can't do that. They don't know how to make this kind of thing. So they're going to have to get help. Wherever they get it from, they got to go get it. If they want Spider, because they could say, we want Peter Parker to appear in the next Venom movie. Or Marvel could say, well, how about we produce that, but we put Venom in our movie. Because Tom Holland and Tom
Holland didn't he? With previous Spider-Man movies, like, come on, all the Sony Spider-Man movies, aside from the ones made by Sam Raimi, were garbage.
Yeah,
they were garbage.
Well, the first two Raimi.
No, I'm saying the ones from aside from the Raimi's trilogy were garbage.
Right. And Ivy Avod apologized because this Venom does make the Venom from that movie, Spider-Man 3, whatever it's called. It makes that look like trash. So, but the movie, the script itself just isn't a good movie. It's just not.
You know what's sad too, though? Like, even what you saying that's kind of a sad comparison because the one we saw in the Sam Raimi one was more comic book accurate than the one we got with this one. You know,
this one's better.
Yeah,
this version of him is much better than that.
Right, this is more of a beast type of Venom, whereas the one we saw with the Tobey Maguire trilogy, that one was more of like a legit comic book, Spider-Man clone. So that's how he's supposed to be. Because remember, Venom is just a symbiote. The suit is a symbiote. It can't do shit unless it has been connected to a Spider-Man type of shit. That those attributes.
Yeah, and in this one, they went away from that. But again, in the comic book, it's evolved because the new Venom has wings; it can fly. I'm talking about in the comics, so they've given it a different kind of origin, and they were kind of doing that plus Agent Venom, and it just does not work yet. Now, if it could have been as good as that first X-Men that came out in the 90s. It wasn't, because that movie was garbage too, but it was solid enough that they could build off of it. I'm thinking that's what I went in thinking. It's got to be as good as that first X-Men movie. Not great, not perfect, but it's got to be on that level.
The one with Jean, right?
The
one with Jean, Dark Phoenix.
Oh yeah, it had Halle Berry in it, Storm. The one that came out in the early. It was the mid-90s.
You know, the very first one.
About the last.
It had to be because that set up a solid foundation. This movie didn't even do that.
Okay.
So it's just not. The script doesn't work. People are like, "What's trash about it?" The script does not work.
I can't believe I'm saying this. Then with what you're telling me, I can't believe I'm saying this. But I'm more hyped for Halloween, the movie, than a fucking Marvel movie. Character.
Oh, that's remember, it's not a Marvel movie; it's a Sony movie.
Well,
Sony movie, it's a Marvel movie.
We got to make that distinction.
Yeah, I got to make that distinction,
now,
right?
The Spider-Verse, that is Marvel produced. And so because people were like, shout out to the Roundtable. I was on there last night. And one guy saying, well, Peter Parker he's not always this kid and cracking jokes. I'm like, that's the version of Peter Parker you're going to see in Into the Spider-Verse. A little more arrogant, a little more of an edge to him.
Yeah.
So
Humor had a question for you. He said, what's bad about the script?
It doesn't work. The script again. It's off. It didn't fit tonally. Now, once you see it, when he says "we are Venom," when he first says that, it starts to work at that point. But at this point, it's too late. It's already trash. You already got the dumpster next to you, and it's flooding out. It's like, all right, well, it's working, but it's so trashy. But it just didn't work tonally. Yeah, I mean, again, the scene where you see the preview, I'm not doing these spoilers, but when you see the previews of it jumping out of him and talking to him, it doesn't work. It looks stupid on the commercials. I'm like, well, maybe we just don't have context. It looks stupider in the movie. I'm like, man, this is not working.
You want a link? You want to ask him? He said that's not really saying anything.
Yeah, it is.
That's what he said.
I mean, but that's kind of a consistent a consistent feedback that we've been getting from people about the movie too, though. Like a lot of people are saying that they have the right actor in Tom Hardy doing it. They have the right actor, but they said the script that they gave him is fucking trash. That's what everybody's been saying. They said you can't make you can make you can make a good actor, but you can't make a good actor make a bad script good.
Okay,
that's true. As far as the way a script should work, look at the movie Interstellar. It's in 3 acts. The first 2 acts are strong. Incredible. The 3rd act is garbage. But the first 2 acts are strong enough to carry the movie, and that's why it got good scores. It get great scores.
Yeah, because the first 2 acts made you care about the end act, even if the end act was fucking the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in a movie. And I love Interstellar, so that shit was fucking ridiculous in that 3rd act.
If you wanna go by that, sick, as of right now, Rotten Tomatoes has got like a 20 on Rotten Tomatoes. In terms of Metacritic, it's sitting at like what, a 30, 28?
I think it was 36 last I saw it.
Yeah,
and those are bad. And those are bad users. So that means that the people who are fans of Venom are giving it low scores. Dang. But it's got a lot of Easter eggs in there. I saw a lot of Easter eggs. So it was like, oh man, this seems so bad. Oh, that's such and such. Cool. So it was kind of stuff like that was helping me through it. But I was writing notes down. I'm like, man, this is bad, man.
You said helping me through it. You were struggling watching this movie.
I did struggle. Yeah, it's bad. And no movie is perfect. Even the 3rd act of Black Panther was predictable.
Oh, that was obvious. I mean, come on. We saw him in the Avengers trailer, so we knew he didn't die.
Yeah, the first 2 acts are perfect. I mean, you gave the first 2 acts 10 out of 10. And then you maybe, in the 3rd act, maybe 6 out of the 10. So it goes out of 30, 26. Yeah, but everybody knew he didn't die because in the comic book, Killmonger threw him over the waterfall in the comic book. He didn't die in the comic book. The tribe that found him, the same tribe that found him in the comic book.
Humorous comment, bro. Take note of his comment. I want you to take note of what Six said in the comments. He said, "Nah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm not a proponent of Metacritic or letting people tell me what's good or bad."
You ain't supposed to.
Now,
I'm just telling you to save. I'm trying to tell you, get a Vega GPU instead of a 1070.
I'm gonna be watching his stream when he does a review of it, and I'm gonna see if he has a frown in his fucking intro. I'm telling you, that's like like we warned you.
Craig tried to save you $12, man.
I'm just trying to save you. Yeah, instead of paying $12, I don't know how much.
$12.
How much is it worth, man? So is it worth
$650? Pay $650. Don't pay $12.
$650 is worth going to see.
Oh hell no, that's too much.
And don't even and basically what Craig's saying is don't take your family to go see it with you. Go see that shit by yourself.
Go see it by yourself, man.
Don't take your family. That's what sucks. My daughter wants to go watch
that. Go watch that Bumblebee.
I'm trying to help Negroes out of jail. Don't go take family because you're gonna be fighting in the theater. I guarantee you.
My daughter wants to go see that shit today after she gets out of school, so I might be coerced to go see that fucking Venom just because she wants to see it.
Oh, I thought you said Bumblebee.
Like, no, Bumblebee. That shit's not out.
What's that movie is tracking higher now because of that trailer. It's like with Venom, the trailers were good, so the movie tracked higher. It's like, well, it's still going to get a good number. It's going to win the weekend. But they're going to run and hide. I'm telling you. They're going to be running and hiding in the next 2 weeks.
That shit tracked higher because they changed it. They changed the way he looked at the last second, so people were happier.
Yeah, but it looked interesting. Like, all right, maybe.
That was the way of copying basically the Homecoming videos. Can you remember how like his eyes do the little expressions?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was their way of doing it. Like, it's a living entity, so its eyes move and shit like that. They want to do that. I got no problem with that. Again, I just wanted to know that. Here's a good question too. One particular thing that we had going into this movie was how long supposedly Venom was going to be in the movie. Some people said Venom was only in the movie for like 20 minutes. Is that true?
That's a spoiler. I'm not going to give out any spoilers.
What you said when he says we're Venom,
So you got a hour and 40-minute movie with
no, we did that shit before. It's not like the 90s. Y'all remember that movie Darkman with Liam Neeson? Or how they got right to
I remember that one.
You remember that? They got straight to the drama with that one. They didn't care. They didn't have you wait for that one. You felt his pain.
Yeah.
They don't do the movies like that no more.
I tell you what, there was a movie, Brian. You remember that movie called The Phantom that came out? Not the Shot, Phantom. This movie with Billy Zane. This movie was almost as bad as that. It wasn't as bad as The Phantom. Okay, going back, and this man had on what? Purple. He had a purple outfit on.
No, what was fucked up about that movie? You remember those little skulls dudes kept looking for? He had the skulls, and they were like as powerful as the sun, but this motherfucker beats it with a ring.
Yeah, smash evil. He got on purple tights. Smash evil with purple tights. You know, this I'm telling you, man. I'm not telling people not. I never tell another grown ass man where to spend his money. I will try to save you money. And I'm saying go see a matinee. That's it. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I'm not saying not to go see it. Go see a matinee. You'll thank me when you're putting that gas in the car. You're like, man, I can put $10.
Oh shit! So it's an investment. Don't go see this shit by yourself. Don't take your kids. Go to a matinee. Make sure your movie theater you go to is walking distance, so you ain't got to spend gas to get to it.
Well, I mean, I guarantee you, if you take the wife and the kids, you're gonna hit your wife because it's gonna be like, there's no way my kids would want to go see this movie. So you cheated. These ain't my kids, so I'm hitting you in your mouth, and you're gonna
cause domestic violence abuse.
Oh shit!
I'm not sitting here telling people not to go see it. If people ask you, it's trash. So
what's up?
Go see a matinee. Yeah, go see a matinee.
Shit. Yo, Slow-Mo, I'm getting red flags are going off everywhere, fam. You might not want to go see Venom. You might not want to
go see it. Go see a matinee, Slow-Mo. Go see a matinee, brother. That's what I'm saying.
Slow-Mo, leave your family at home. Go by yourself.
Leave your family at home. Tell your wife you're gonna go look at some stuff.
When your kids ask where you going, say I gotta go to a meeting.
Yeah, something. I'm not telling people not because the movie is gonna make money. I mean, it's gonna make us money.
Why of all characters? Why Venom? Why can't Venom be straight though? That's bullshit.
Man, I remember I think about 3 months ago when they changed the way that his expressions on his face looked. That's when everybody on Twitter was like, "Oh, this shit gonna be fire! This shit gonna be fire!"
We finally heard the voice. I'm like, okay, this shit gonna be lit. The dialogue was perfect. The attitude was there. I'm like, this is perfect. And now motherfuckers saying this shit. Like, oh fuck.
Now that latest trailer when he fights all those cops, that was an actually good scene.
Yeah, they leaked that shit on Twitter, right? It was leaked, right?
Yeah. So and it was like, okay, it had mask, and it was like mask, and it just went to town, tore him up. But it was so there were scenes that were, and again, the question is there enough there to build off of it? And I think again, if Sony can't go to Marvel to help get the creative writing going, not just writing, it has to be creative, interconnected writing. You're trying to build an interconnected universe. The only people that can do that is Marvel. Nobody else has displayed the ability to do that. Yeah. Okay, nothing. I mean, even the Batman series with the Dark Knight, the only one that was interconnected a little bit was Batman Begins to the Dark Knight, because at least they said, well, people are so afraid of Batman that people are no longer committing as many crimes. So that was interconnected, but that was it. There's nothing else that he did in that first one ever comes up in the Dark Knight. Nothing. Nothing's ever said.
Last legit good DC film we got. That was properly made.
What was what now?
Now I'm saying that Batman Arkham. I mean, the Dark Knight series trilogy.
Yeah,
that was the last good one. That was the last one that we got.
Yeah,
for Batman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, that was They can't. DC's problem with Batman is that he's their most popular character, and it sells the most comic books. That's what I mean by popularity. He sells the most comic books. most apparel for DC. So they have to make things Batman related. In order to do that, they had to undercut everybody else.
Hey,
you know what? My mom is 75 years old.
Slow-mo just said in the chat, though. My bad, Craig, me and cut you off. He said, I don't know why y'all surprised. You know, that's why Sony don't have the license anymore. If I remember correctly, when we all saw the trailer.
Sony still has the license. And yet people need to come on the UL's podcast and really explain it.
So Sony, y'all remember when we first started talking about the trailer, when we first got the actual legit trailer. Remember Forte? We all reacted to it on the Scumcast.
Yeah.
What was Slow-mo's reaction to that? He said it was fire, did he not?
It was fire. He said it's just fire.
He was trying to repent what he said. Come on, bro.
No, man. The only thing that Sony did was they had the negotiation with Marvel to have Spider-Man show up in the MCU, and it's theoretically how they got the rights to make the movie, because Marvel has the movie rights to the game rights to Spider-Man with Activision, and then they negotiated to get Spider-Man in the movie, and that's how a lot of people think this happened. But Sony still owns Spider-Man.
Yeah, that character is theirs.
Spider-Man.
That's their character.
They have creative control. They control where that character goes. They have creative control. That means in video games, it doesn't matter. They control that IP. They control the 900 characters that are within the Spider-Man universe. So that's Black Cat, Silver Sable. That's all part of Sony. Sony has those characters.
Isn't that tied to that they have to make certain amounts of movies and games in a certain amount of time to keep the license still?
They
just own it. They just own it outright.
They own it. They own it. Period.
Yeah, I mean the whole Activision.
They bought the shares. They pretty much bought the shares and all that shit. They got it all. It's theirs.
But merchandising, toys, that's owned by Marvel.
That's owned by Marvel.
By Marvel, but Sony controls the narrative of Peter Parker. They control how long he's in the MCU movies.
Well, yeah, I know that.
But they trust each other. It's not like it's because when the Russo brothers went to Sony and said, well, we're going to kill Spider-Man off in Avengers 4, Sony was like, Sony didn't fight. They didn't say, don't do that. This is terrible for us.
Back anyway.
They said, okay.
He'll be back.
He's coming back.
He'll be back.
So they're like, okay. So they didn't care what was
get off. Like, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. I
don't feel so good. I'll be back, though.
But it was the shock of him doing that at Universal, because they own the Incredible Hulk. They said, don't kill Hulk.
Right. The shock to me wasn't necessarily Peter being killed off. You know what my shock was? T'Challa being killed off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that surprised a lot of people.
Yeah, that was the shock for me. I wasn't expecting
T'Challa.
Over $1 billion at the cinema, and you kill him all.
My wife too, right? It was like $1 billion was $1 to them. He's gone.
My wife said the same thing. She's like, we just got Black Panther and killed him. We just got him. And dog, the people that didn't follow, like people that don't know anything about how the comic book went, like my aunt went to go see it with us. She was like, oh my God, what are they gonna do? They just killed them, and I'm just laughing to myself because she don't understand that these people are coming back. She thinks they're coming back for real.
Yeah, you got Captain Marvel, and you have what's his name? That I forgot his name, but he was at the end of the Guardians of the Galaxy. One of them, where he was in that little Adam. There you go, Adam. What? Adam
Warlock,
that's the character right there too. Those two characters will pave the future for all the other ones. There's going to be a lot of returns. Trust me.
I need to see.
I'm pretty sure they're going to go to Aaron Taylor Johnson to probably get him to play Quicksilver again. Probably.
I need to see.
There's going to be some crazy shit going on in this next Avengers movie. That's why everybody's got to stay alive, keep your diet good, don't commit no crime to go see this movie after that. Yeah, because this is the last movie that the Russos are doing with Marvel. Yeah. So because they got their own studio now, they're going to start doing their own stuff.
Why didn't they just kill fucking Black Widow off? What the fuck purpose does she serve?
Well, again, if you look at who's left, it's the core Avengers that are left.
It's the core Avengers, the original.
So
not real long, is it?
It's the originals plus Rocket. That's it. That's all that's
Really?
left.
I'm trying to think. Wait, is it because because Rhodey's gone.
No, Rhodey's still
wait,
there.
no, wait. He wasn't original. He wasn't original. I'm tripping.
It's two Guardians survived. He's right. Rocket survived, and so
Rocket survived. You had Tony Stark survive. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was the original cast. So yeah, they are here.
There's just enough.
They said time travel.
Oh, it's definitely got time travel involved in it.
Yeah, next one's time travel because we saw Chris Evans in that first Avengers suit from the first Avengers movie.
That's if that's a true set, though. Remember, the Russos are really good at leaking stuff, getting people to think one thing, and then they'll say, "No, we never planned that. We just put that out for you guys to see."
That's true.
So they do that.
They even said that it's not following the comic book anymore, really.
Yeah, but they're gonna have to do something based on quantum energy.
Yeah.
So,
with the whole
Marvel. Yeah, the whole Ant-Man and Wasp. So I told people you need to go see Ant-Man and Wasp because that has to do with quantum energy and time vortexes within the quantum. All that was set up because that even Feige said there'll be technology unveiled in Ant-Man and Wasp that you may understand is going to be in the Avengers. That's why at the end of the Captain Marvel trailer, when she's all lit up, that is quantum energy. So there's something to do with quantum energy that's going to help the Avengers because she is so powerful. She's found the comic books. You got dudes mad. Like, I feel some kind of way because she's so powerful. It's like, dude, go take a Viagra pill and have sex. I mean, it's a movie for Christ's sake.
So,
it was funny too. I think they actually spoiled one particular thing regarding the Infinity Gauntlet, like the new Infinity Gauntlet. Remember how in this in the Infinity War, the gauntlet was made by I forgot his name. The crafter. I forgot his name.
Yeah, what's the name from
the guy from Game of Thrones, basically.
Peter Dinklage's character. I can't think of his name.
I forgot his name. But some people had some pretty interesting theories about the glove. Now, some people said that the glove can only access like half the power of each gem. And that's why Stormbreaker was able to go through the blast and attack, like, and hit Thanos. That's what people are believing.
Well, the people got to remember when Thanos, when he got the Power Stone and the Reality Stone, that was the end because he could just change the reality to what he wants it to be.
True, but Stormbreaker went through all that.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, Stormbreaker is an extremely, and that's Beta Ray Bill's weapon, so that could be a prelude to seeing Beta Ray Bill too. But with that said, that's a good point. That's a good theory. I've seen that, but no, that thing worked because the gauntlet is broken. So I think it's tore up on
I think there's something with that gauntlet. It wasn't like fully powered up, even though he had all the gems. It wasn't at full power. I think it was like gimped in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, when he snapped his fingers, because that's what was, at least you watch it in 4K. Yeah. When he's using each one of the stones, it really lights up. Like his whole body is lit up when he uses the Power Stone and he uses the Reality Stone. Like that. Versus at the movie theater, you
was anybody expecting that though? When y'all first saw the movie, was y'all really expecting to see Hulk get his ass kicked that fast in like the first 5 minutes of the film?
Well, I did, because Thanos is a titan. So I think
they wanted to make a purpose of it in the beginning of that movie to let them know how small everybody was compared to him.
Yeah.
And all his children, if you look at them, like all of them were all like 8 feet tall. Like all of them, like 8 to 10 feet tall.
I was shocked that Carrie Coon played that one particular one with the staff. That chick with the staff.
Midnight.
I was shocked she played her. I was like, wait, that's Carrie Coon? I know she played her. So that was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, she got thrown into a moving car or a moving machine at the end.
Yeah, they defeated. People were telling me, well, Wakanda's going to be destroyed. I'm like, no, they're not going to destroy Wakanda. Wakanda's just like, it's similar to Asgard with their technology. I said, but they defeated the Black Order, but they still succeeded.
Yeah, they didn't care. They were sacrificing their troops like nothing to get through the shield. So they didn't care.
To spare.
Yeah, they had plenty. They did not care. All they had was one mission, and they had, to get that mission done. Otherwise, they would suffer a worse fate than them by Thanos. So that's how they did it with that whole thing.
Yeah. Their goal was to get away from the defense tower, and that worked. Wanda went to the.
Do y'all think we'll go like an M'Baku story with the next Black Panther movie then?
Possibly.
So that's
I know comic book wise, Shuri is getting her own comic book, and M'Baku is going to be like a big part of it. So if that does well comic wise, then we may see him, because I agree. People like he stole every scene he was in. He stole them.
He did.
White love M'Baku.
That fucking noise he makes with the funny as hell.
Yeah.
Nah, when he first showed up, when it was like, they doing that fucking chant, and you saw that damn ape mask, it's like, though, this motherfucker meant business. He was not playing.
Oh yeah,
he was not playing. So that was a cool shit. That's how you know. That's how you know. Like, Marvel just knows how to bring perfect humor plus good storytelling with their characters.
Yeah, and they didn't tell people, like, they didn't call the Black Order the Black Order.
Nah, he said my children.
So like, well, that's divisive. Let's just call them the children of Thanos. They didn't call the White Gorilla Tribe. They had white paint on. They're the White Gorilla Tribe in Black Panther. They're not going to call them. The only time you heard them say Great Gorilla is when they offered him that heart-shaped herb. She said Great Gorilla M'Baku, but Kevin Feige didn't like that, but Ryan Coogler got that in there. And Kevin Feige, when he screened the movie, he tapped Ryan on the shoulder and said, "Well, this is the best movie we ever made." Feige just got up and walked out.
He said, "I'm out of here."
I'm surprised we didn't see that.
That'd
be dope. We saw a hint of the Viper Tribe.
Huh?
Or in the Viper Tribe from the comics.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a hint from them. We ain't see the Viper Tribe.
And that doesn't mean you won't eventually, but there's some, because Feige offered him a lot of stuff, and Ryan Coogler said, "Well, we'll just do the whole vibranium thing." They offered him the Soul Stone, but he said, "No, we'll just do the whole vibranium thing." And again, the Russo, if you watch Black Panther, the Russos helped produce the movie.
Yeah.
They helped produce it.
Yeah.
So they co-produced.
That shit was dope. That movie was dope.
So with Guardian of the Galaxies being in the situation it's in right now, what do you think with the Adam Warlock story and how that's going to progress? Because that's where he was introduced.
Yeah, because Batista said he won't be playing. He won't play Drax if they won't go with the current script, because he said that's the script they should go with.
Right.
Well, no, that's the script they're using. That's a compromise. They are going to use James Gunn's script. And there's a very good chance that James Gunn will be back. But, because I agree. I didn't agree with what he said, but I agree with what Dave Bautista said. He said, "Look, I don't like what James said, but goddamn, Disney, these are Nazis blackmailing you, and you are succumbing to them." He said that's what's his whole. That's why he's so upset. Right. Is that he's Nazis did this to you all. So damn, But at the end, they are going to use James Gunn's script. So that was the compromise. That's the compromise.
I thought he was miscast, though, to be honest with you. When I first saw him play Drax, I was like, there's no way Batista can play Drax. And then here you go in Infinity War, standing here in the corner. This mother was like, "How long you been here?" "An hour."
Yeah, an hour. Great time.
An hour.
Like, what you mean an hour? Yes, I have.
Great mind.
Not
moving.
It's like, by moving incredibly still, I have become invisible. Him and Mantis. Mantis was pretty damn well done too. She grew on me. So I think her name's Palm, something for her last name, but she grew on me. So a lot of characters here. They killed Gamora off though, some crazy shit.
I think Gamora's the only one that died outside of the snap that's coming back still.
No, I don't think she's coming back.
I think she's coming back, and I think she's stuck in the soul. I think she's stuck in the Soul Stone because she was the one that was sacrificed to get the stone.
You know what? That's a good theory. Yeah, because it did require a sacrifice of love, right? for it. So,
So I
that
think
was
she's
true.
stuck in the, and I think that scene where you see Thanos go back and see younger Gamora, which is inside the
Yeah.
stone. I
It's like
think that's
haunting
her
them.
I think that's her essence there, and she can still come back if they reverse everything.
Right. That's like his haunting him.
I agree, but that was still tough to watch, wasn't it? When he was just, that was brutal.
Yeah, he just starts crying. I'm like, why the hell is he crying? Like,
yeah.
Yeah. He said those tears ain't for him.
I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
The only thing that kind of ruined the moment a little bit, just a tad, was the fact they had to recast Red Skull. I ain't like that. Where's Hugo Weaving? Where was he?
I don't know.
Where the hell was Hugo Weaving?
Oh, money. That's too much money.
Yeah.
Hugo Weaving been more
They said we ain't giving you 6 figures for you to sit there and say 5 lines.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That was it though. But I thought he was gonna have a bigger role though, because remember he was supposed to be. Well, then again, no, he was trapped there. Remember, he was trapped. He couldn't.
He was trapped there ever since he used the what's the name to get off the planet?
Yeah. The Tesseract. The
space.
What's up, Matt Humber?
But that was when she asked him a good point about her being trapped. Her essence, she asked him, what did it cost you? And he said everything. Just the look on her face.
What's up, Quantum?
Oh, that was hard. Because somebody asked me, Michael, snap your fingers. If you think all the resources are going, then and have a bundle. Oh,
I also think I also think he thought that he was gonna be one of the sacrifice of the snap, because if you look at that scene when he looks at the gauntlet after it's damaged after he does it, he's kind of surprised that he is still there.
Yeah.
I think it's like when he did that, I thought he was thinking he would be one of the chosen people to vanish and disappear into wherever he thought it was going to be. And then when he came back, when he was with Gamora, you could see that he thought he finally reunited with Gamora where she was at. But then when he got pulled back into the real world, he saw that he was basically Stormbreaker in his chest.
Yeah.
He was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. That's why she asked him. That adds a little more context to what he said. When she said, "What did it cost?" He said, "Everything."
Everything.
Literally everything. Yeah, that was a beautiful.
And the look on her face.
Yeah.
Adam Warlock is the person in the comic books that does all that, but it's going to be something completely different.
It most definitely to push the because you already know, and I don't want to say that because now some people act when we say this, Craig, but most definitely they're going to go with the female agenda, like female empowerment. They're most definitely probably going to have what's her name kill Thanos, Captain Marvel. She might kill Thanos.
Well, but they said that years ago when they announced that they were going to do Carol Danvers as Captain Marvel. Said that her power set, and this was years ago. Kevin Feige at El Capitan said, her power set will be unmatched because it's quantum based. I mean, they got nothing. That's the most powerful thing they could come up with is quantum based energies. There ain't nothing. That's it. I mean, she is quantum based. She's a space character. So she's going to be Star-Lord before he became much more mortal. But he was a space character. He was very powerful. He could conduct an Infinity Stone. So how much can.
I was going to say, how much do we think the Skrulls are going to be a part of everything once they introduce them in Captain Marvel?
Yeah. Shout to it's a good question from Harry Hecker. Shout out to him for the super chat. He said, how about Doctor Strange set a spell into the time stone and got Ant-Man into the time stone? Doctor Strange watched 13 outcomes. After that, he said that he wouldn't even offer the stone for saving somebody.
Yeah. No, the spell he had on there was a dead man spell. It was a dead man thing. Yeah. That's maybe active on that stone.
Yeah.
Because he told Ebony Maw there's a dead man spell on here. So that could have something. That could be a back door. That people don't need to think too hard about it. It's because I agree. I love talking about the theories, but
it's fun. It's a fun topic.
But the Russos have said, look, they've heard some of the theories, and it's kind of like, nah, it's way off. He said people just need to go and enjoy the movie. And I'm going to enjoy Captain Marvel because that trailer, I ain't going to lie, that trailer got me excited.
Yeah,
you only care about the trailer because she punched the old lady.
Oh yeah, she did do that. Yeah. I forgot about that.
Punched the old lady.
Yeah, but it's got good directors. It's like Marvel does a good job finding the director. They're like, okay, here's what we need you to do, and the directors just execute that. So it's like what Ryan Coogler said about Black Panther. They were like, well, Disney never came to me and said it's trying to be too black. He said they never said that. So,
at the end of the day, though, like if you think about it, all like the person who is responsible for everybody's death is basically Star-Lord. Shit. Like he's the reason why everybody died.
It's Star-Lord's fault.
Yeah, it's Star-Lord's fault. Me the dumbass. They had the damn gauntlet off.
And Thanos got pissed off and he threw a planet at him. But that scene where he threw the planet, that was the awesome scene that everybody saw at Comic-Con a couple years ago.
They edited though. Remember, the whole planet was thrown, like legit. Like he didn't throw the planet.
Break pieces off of it.
Yeah, they broke pieces off of it in the actual release. And remember, didn't people call it the moon? They didn't call it a planet. They thought it was the moon when they first.
Yeah, it was a moon, but it was just the way they said it coming out of Comic-Con. They were like, "Are you kidding me? He threw a planet."
And fucking Tony Stark was like, "If you ever throw another planet."
They made fucking Tony Stark like beyond OP with the fucking nanotech.
Yeah, that's a little hokey, but it's because, well, I got my theory on it, but that's
Wakanda. That's real. This is from Wakanda because we saw our first Wakanda with the first suit that Shuri made with the nanites. So we saw that shit.
Yeah, those are vibranium. Yeah, and Stark's just isn't as powerful. Yeah, because if Thanos had tried to stab T'Challa with that blade, it would have broken T'Challa. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I still think Shuri will be Black Panther at the beginning of the next Avengers movie. So, and I also think Peter
I got for y'all though before we end the stream, if that is true, how? Because remember, the heart-shaped herb is gone. It was burnt.
It's gone. Yeah,
it was burnt.
No, I mean there's still more.
Nah,
they burnt it all.
The whole thing was burnt to the core.
They burned one grove. They didn't burn everything.
No, everything about it, like the entire shrine for the herb was burnt to the very foundation. He burnt it.
They burned one part. Killmonger, again, remember, he was always surrounded by four walls. So what he saw was he believed. That was Killmonger. In the comic book, that's the way he is. And that's kind of what was adopted into him. But there's hundreds of heart-shaped herbs still that they didn't get to because T'Challa came back too fast. T'Challa's right there.
I could have sworn he made a law to destroy all of it because remember he said there's only going to be one.
Yeah, and so if they take it literally, they burnt the ones that he saw. They didn't burn the ones he didn't see.
I thought they did it out of fear, and they burnt all the other ones out of fear. Because remember, she had to sneak.
If you didn't see it happening, if you didn't see it happening, then it didn't happen. But all Killmonger, he saw one grove, and that's the one that they burned. Burned them all. That's what they did. It's kind of like that Bugs Bunny cartoon when that gangster said, "Take him in the room, let him have it." And so he took him in the room, and the guy gave him his gun. He said, "Let me have the gun." He said, "Let me have it." So and pretty much. So Killmonger had kind of played himself, but he's like that in the comic book too. He's an idiot. He's very strong, very smart, but he's an idiot. He doesn't have common sense. Tactical sense.
Still, he has the best line in the history of the Marvel movies. Now you can go ahead and burn that shit.
Yeah, you run that. Yeah, that was strong. Yeah.
What's all this right here? Oh, that's the heart-shaped bird. That's the thing that made you go to the ancestral plane. Okay, what's that for? For the future king. Now you can burn that shit.
Burn it. I agree with that. That's exactly what he said burn it. But what he said before he died, if he died, so we'd never see his body.
Oh yeah, that's right. Slomo brought up a point though. He did say that too. He did say he asked all the ladies who was responsible for the black herb or the heart-shaped herb, was that all of the black herb or the heart-shaped herb? And they said yes in that part. They did say that.
Yeah, they were telling him, yeah. And to their knowledge, it was. But they still got plenty of pros.
So he's basically saying Marvel took liberties. They'll have to do some.
We don't even know.
Well, to be fair though, I remember the story he told about the heart-shaped herb with vibranium and shit like that. It could possibly have expanded a little bit more. It might be in some other parts.
Well,
it's probably in another part of the of Wakanda. Like they didn't actually see it, but the main part where the vibranium struck, which is Wakanda, that was the main source of the heart-shaped herb. So it might be.
So there'll be a side quest in the movie to attain it, basically.
Yeah,
a side quest.
We got a side quest to go find more heart-shaped orbs.
Go find more. Yeah. Well, I mean, they can get around. Let's just say slow-mo is right. What if they created a synthetic one?
I'm about to put that shit on right now. It's on Netflix. Look at Claw Senior saying, "What is love?" Oh Lord. All right, let's wrap this up. I'm Ryder Professional. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream, man. Hit that like button if you guys enjoyed. You know what I'm saying, a little early than expected. I appreciate Forte for joining us and Craig Harris here. Y'all go ahead and get your outros, man.
I'll go ahead, Forte.
No, cool. Yeah. Boy Game Forte, YouTube, Twitter, gaming_Forte, and Gaming Forte on YouTube. As always, awesome to be here chatting even more about just not even games. That was the best part about it.
Chilling.
Just chilling with friends and having conversations.
Yep.
Yeah, this is Craig Harris. I appreciated it. That, like what we just did, we have a thing at the comic book store called Comics and Coffee on Saturday. And that's what this is like. We chopped it up. That's what we be doing. And kicking theories and stuff like that. And be like, well, don't take it too serious. And even because there's so many theories running around about it. And but enjoy being here. And I certainly hope they can get the Walking Dead game worked out.
It's confirmed. They'll finish it.
Yeah, apparently Assassin's Creed Odyssey is fake 4K on the X, and it's 1692p on the Pro. And so it's enjoy the game. I'm gonna go buy the game. I don't have the money to get the Gold Edition. Hashtag PayPal if somebody wants me to get it early. And but that's it. Appreciate being here. Thanks, Ryan.
Hey, you know what, Ryan? You should do? You should make a poll. Remember that question we talked about earlier with the Paul Walker car? You should do a poll and ask your people what is the Paul Walker car? Is it the Skyline or is it the Mitsubishi?
Is it the one he wrecked? You talking about the one he wrecked in real life, or
no? Just which one is considered the Paul Walker car?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I got you. All right,
because I guarantee you, for some reason, I think it's just going to be 50-50.
I don't know. Let's see. What was it? Mitsubishi, and technically it was three cars.
It was the Mitsubishi Lancer, the GTR XR, and then it was the Skyline.
Shout out to Slow Mo. Shout out to Ash and Luca and the Spectres. You know what I'm saying? Stormcast on the
shout out.
I'll answer that. I can have them answer that question real quick. All right. So, what is considered the Paul Walker car? 1 for the Nissan Skyline GTR, 2 for the Eclipse, and 3 for the Mitsubishi. Go right ahead. Type away. That's all I gotta say.
I'm gonna say 1. I think that's the first car he
had.
The
one, me personally, I believe too. I think that's the one that should be the fucking.
Should be, yeah.
Technically, it's another car, wasn't it? Wasn't there a Supra?
The Supra. The Supra was
the orange car. The orange
car.
That
was wasn't that his original car? The Supra.
The Supra was in the first one at the end of the movie.
At the end of the movie.
The one he drove to death, though. The one he broke. Or was that
the one that got destroyed was the one that got destroyed was the Eclipse. No,
okay. All right. What car did he take to Dom? Because Dom had to fix it up. Was that the Lancer?
That was the Supra.
That was the Supra.
Okay,
the Lancer was the one that got totaled, and then the Supra is the one he took the Dom.
That was the one he got from the dump, and it had all the shit he needed. They just needed to put it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Dom's like, "Will you help me out of that jam?" So
You want me a 10-second car? And he gave him a 12. He gave him a 9-second car.
He gave him a 9-second car.
Literally, that's how much they put into that shit. Like 10 grand. That motherfucker.
Oh my
Motherfucker was slaughtering the competition. So
yeah, I like that first movie, but that second and third movie were garbage. That Tokyo
I don't know where that shit's at now, man. That shit's...
Tokyo Drift was cool as like a spin-off, but the thing about Tokyo Drift though, I think they should have took the Fast and the Furious title off of it.
Yeah,
that was the problem with Tokyo.
They call it something else.
Yeah, just call it shit Tokyo Drift. That's it.
Facts. Like, yeah, I didn't need that. What else was there? I don't know. There's so many fucking plot holes in that fucking story now. Like, I thought they were family, right? No, it seems like every fucking...
They were family up until Dom betrayed them for half of the last movie.
No, my thing is this, though. Remember, we're family, right? We stick together. So why the fuck are you letting dudes who killing your family members part of your team now, part of your family? I don't get it.
No,
Remember, Jason Statham killed Han.
That's true. They don't know that.
They don't officially know if he was the one that did it, though. That's the thing.
And that was Tokyo Drift, right? Was that
Tokyo Drift?
Yeah, yo, they cut that scene so retarded for Tokyo Drift. Like, obviously, they did it unceremoniously in the first one, like Tokyo Drift, where a dude just randomly hits the car and you know, Han dies. But then they edited the shit out of it where it shows Jason Statham throwing the necklace out. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I ain't done. I ain't seen this stupid shit.
I'm not stupid.
I'm not stupid. You mean to tell me Jason Statham got out of his car and this casually was on the phone and dude Luke, I forgot his name, but he played the the American in fucking Tokyo. He saw him and shut down. I'm like, dog, why aren't you tackling this motherfucker, beating his ass?
Well, do you think the movie that Dwayne Johnson and Statham, do you think that's going to work? Because they're doing that. There's gonna be trash.
Like, it's a spinoff. You know, it's a spinoff. Right?
It's a spinoff. I'm not arguing with you. I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be trash.
Nah, it's gonna be trash because that's what they're trying to do.
Be as bad as Venom.
Trying to delay it longer to get more money out of it. If you didn't notice, it was supposed to end with 7.
Yeah,
with Paul Walker's death, it was supposed to end.
Yeah,
nah, man, shit ain't gonna end. This shit. As long as they print money, that shit ain't gonna end. It's like Transformers.
Yeah, see, that was the bad thing about it too. And then they failed to realize that number 7 got $1 billion, over $1 billion at the box office because everybody was very interested to see what was going to happen to Paul's character.
What happened to Paul's character? Exactly.
Yeah, the fact that he got a happy ending was perfect for a lot of people. But after that one, it just started going a little nonsensical. You got Charlize Theron controlling cars with a fucking iPad. Like, come on, bro.
Driving. I still want to know how that fucking submarine ended up getting into the water when that motherfucker was on stilts in the fucking there in the sea. Like, I always say, every time I see that fucking movie, I was like, how did this submarine get in the water? It was on stilts. It was
on stilts.
How the fuck did it get in the water?
No. How the fuck did Michelle Rodriguez's character survive a fucking submarine attack? You mean to tell me she had skis built underneath her fucking car the whole time?
Yeah, she's been everywhere. She was on that app. She's in that Avatar movie, and she's in Battle Los Angeles.
How did all those cars happen to get to Dom at the right time to stop the explosion from the fucking submarine from killing him and baking him? Last time I checked, fire goes over cars and underneath cars, doesn't it?
Yes. That fucker's supposed to be a damn burnt marshmallow right now. There's no way he's getting blocked by no fucking car.
He wasn't even hurt.
He wasn't
even singed, bro. He didn't have smoke on him or nothing.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't even hurt.
That's worse than that. Y'all remember Triple X, right? The movie Triple X.
Yeah,
that's worse than the Triple X return of Xander Cage. I remember
he was in the
jungle. That shit was terrible, bro.
He was skiing in the jungle, though. He was skiing on the truck. Oh my!
And that shit came on Hulu, and that was still bad. Like, damn, this is terrible.
Like, they don't try anymore. They don't try. Even with that garbage green screen, he was running out the plane like Far Cry. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, he just hold himself out. That's how he kept going, running into women. Ooh, well, you know what? You want that information? You know what I need. And the next thing you know, he was like, "Oh yeah." So like, man, come on, I could have played.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true, Slow-Mo. Tyrese had a Lamborghini, did he not? How the hell was he using?
Dog, he had a Lamborghini and driving that shit on fucking ice.
Yeah.
He was what if fucking
they were doing Forza 4 on that.
Cracking the ice. He's got a Lamborghini with perfect traction. That makes no sense.
Yeah. It was Forza 4. That's in the true Forza.
Shout out to Samuel. He said Dom is larger than life. Respect.
No, man. What's the name was like? I bet you love your decision to pick that damn Lambo.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. But you can drive on ice in Forza, perfect grip tires. You ain't got to change your damn tires. You don't do it. You just do it. Just go. That's a
video game.
Guys, we out of here. I know we done extended a little longer, but we out of here. Thank you guys again for joining us. We'll see you guys Friday, RGD podcast, like always. Y'all be good. Later.
Peace.